Good morning. Jonah, I'm here represent for DJ Grace. Grand Rising, you know. Good morning. Each and every one. Now watch the morning vibes. You don't know. DJ Grace live. Woman power. Teach and learn. So listen and learn. DJ Grace. You see people? We always be people. See a man, we say them real to. Yeah, them deceive you. Use you, then say them no need you. We no flower, never weevil. Them sprinkle oil by a vehicle. When they rich, everybody want to meet you. When they poor, them mistreat you. Them want to beat you, delete you. Not even drunk or want to eat you. All your gal you want to breathe to. And your bird in the street too. You need to. Because I'm covered up where we need to. Not just the wolf, run where all the sheep to. Who you need to step them one, you cover up now the sheet to. Them evil, I wonder if you see it to. DJ Grace. Them thing that I see. DJ Grace. Teach and learn. Woman power. Strike the logo, you know. Yeah. Stand by, papi. Grace, tell my old violence to stop. When we can't keep a dance, them tearing all the shop. Kill me with tax, when I mess with what forgot. When copper ball I grew up, I'ma play them on my pot. Kill out with friend them and them seriously we forgot. Enough sell out, turning farmer and them now produce no crap. Nowadays, all the rata set a trap. The system corrupt, all the kappa kappa kappa. Get to youth and I just say risk, you have to watch. Life short and at the time we sell a shop. Even though things slow like a phone full of app. Grace, life sweet, I could have called it so what's up. The wise man, build him house up on a rock. The foolish man, sell everything because of crack. Me know you ugly love the flow up on the track. Grace, but it's the key link to the lyrics. Me a jaja nasi. Grace, teach and learn. Grand Rising. Woman power, is it? Strike the logo. No surrender, no retreat. Is it? Yeah. Yo, DJ Grace. This is just a message. Yeah. You know what I mean? To all the listeners out there, all the callers. It's not the same. It's not the same. The world change. Is it? But I better keep focus. Teach and learn. Deep.
Grand Rising to everybody. Welcome to Teach and Learn this morning with your host DJ Grace. How are you doing this morning? I hope you all are doing fantastic. Blessing to everybody that tuning in this morning. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about, we're going to touch a little bit back and relationship, because I think it's very, very important, because you know people are suffering from a lot of issues connecting to relationships. So our topic today is going to be how a man thinks about a woman and their approach towards woman. Yeah, so that is what we're going to be talking about. How a man thinks about woman and their approach about woman. You want to let your voice be heard? The numbers are there to call in on WhatsApp or on Messenger, or if you want to press the invite button and you want to come on the live and show yourself and talk to us, it will be good. And please, men, don't shy away today. We want to hear you talk today. We want to hear what you have to say based on this topic, because we need the female them to wise up, okay? And also, I'm going to be continuing part 2, because you lot need to know how a woman think and approach the man, to see if we can help to fix. You get what I'm saying? Fix certain things. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of things we don't know, and we approach things wrong, because we think that if we approach it this way, then you know we are going to achieve certain things, or the man or the woman is going to like me if I show them this. No, just be yourself. So I have some clips to play. As you know, I have to come with my little clippings, you know, because I'm here to teach as well. You just come and call and tell us what you have for us. All right, the numbers are there for you to call in, and I'm sharing at the meanwhile. Okay, I am sharing the show, so please press share as well. Blessing to everybody tuning in. All right, blessings.
one, the chosen one. Many are called, but few chosen. Get ready for the trumpet sound. Jonah, my mic young but me no dumb. My play the fool but me no punk. My mic drink but me no drunk. Experience teaches wisdom. Me admit it if me wrong. Apologize and be a one. Wanna repent and turn. No one know we got tonight kingdom. No. When the trumpet sound, I wanna be ready. When the road is done, I'm done, I wanna be there. When I be there. No one knows what tomorrow may bring. If the world should end today, pray our soul you take. Yeah. People are dying worldwide by the thousands every day. If you give my enemies, yeah, yeah. When the trumpet's on, I wanna be ready. When the road is done, I'm done, I wanna be there. Yeah. Don't play stupid. You know, see the Bible fulfill. Innocence separate from cruel. Long as I Lord for your future. It was written from the beginning to the man in our healing. We all have to see the king. I wanna make it there. When the trumpet's on, I wanna be ready. Turn my wicked ways. When the road is done up yonder, I wanna be there. Wanna be there. This is a warning.
Alright, that is Jonah. When the trumpet sound. Alright, blessing to everyone. Endless, Sister Shireen. Blessing David, I see you. And everybody else tuning in. Blessing Anthony. Alright. Alright, blessing to everybody tuning in right now. Please to share. Alright, we're going to be talking today about how a man think about a woman and their approach towards women. Okay, we're going to be talking about that today. How much we female think we know about man and how man thinks. You understand? How much we really do know. We know the basic, a man, okay, I'm getting a call, so let me take this call. My first caller for today. Blessing caller, you don't have to say your name, but you could let's Grand Rising, blessings, you're live.
Good morning.
Blessing, bro.
The Queen,
Right.
Well, I definitely want to start off a topic yesterday.
Okay, you want to start off with topic? Yes, I'm happy that a man calling as well, because we're talking about you lot, so it's good to see a man calling today. I like that. So go ahead and tell us, what a man think about a woman and what's their approach?
Well, all I can do at the moment is address the problem and the issue why a man thinks the way they think about woman.
Okay, yes.
First of all, if the Adam and Eve story take away the balance of how a man think about a woman, because Adam and Eve's story gives the man the idea that they are more important than a woman, because a woman comes from his ribs.
Okay.
And they think that it's them, that's why the woman is here. But that story is causing an imbalance permanently between the male and the female. And it's a belief that it destroys the man and woman relationship.
Yes.
It even so destroy the woman to make the woman think less of herself when she believed that Adam and Eve's story is true. You understand me?
Oh, okay.
Because I know that man is God and woman is goddess, and they are equal.
They're equal.
So the only time we cannot balance between man and woman is when they stop believe and know that none is better than the other. They all do the same thing. And they even talk about gender equality. Gender is always equal when it comes on to humanity. The only time gender is not equal is when it comes on to vanity. You understand me? Because when it comes on to vanity, it's not equal because the man get more priority, the man get better pay, the man get better position than the woman. But otherwise, gender equality have nothing to do with naturality or humanity.
So do you agree with a man being the head of the house and a woman supposed to be submissive to her husband and listen to her husband and whatever her husband say she have to do and all them things? Do you believe in that?
No. I believe in understanding in the household. That there are two people who have head and two people are equal. And we must all take time out to listen to each other what they have to say. Because sometimes the man is not as wise as the woman.
Yeah,
you understand me?
That is true. That is true.
A man is the defender of the house and the household. You understand me?
Yes.
A man is a man in the household. And the man must always stand up first for the family and the woman. The woman is a backative of the man. The woman gives the man extra strength to dominate whatever tries to destroy the household. The woman must always deal for the man and the man for the woman. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This Adam and Eve story make it impossible.
So in other words, you're saying some of the things them that we have taught back in history is a result of who we are or who we act as a people today.
Yes, yeah, because our past shape us out to live in the now, and our now shape us out to how to deal with the future. So, but we can't live in the past, and we can't live in the future. We only can live in the now. So if we don't correct our now, we won't have a future. You understand me? So what I'm trying to say is that make believe is one of our biggest damage. What we believe, because life is our greatest teacher. Living is our teacher. Knowledge, what you learn, is our teacher. It's not what they teach us. It's what life teaches us.
What life teaches you. Alright, it seems as if you're a man of knowledge. So I'm going to ask you a question because something came to me plain and clear yesterday, because I was reminiscing and thinking, yeah. And let me ask you, do you think the way you see other races different from our race, like greet and hug each other with a kiss and a hug, do you think that's the right way, or or it's normal, or it's wrong? Because we always see it as wrong, because we say, oh, we use some kind of remarks, like you should do that to a man. We see it in a bad way, like we might take it to another level. But I want to hear how you see it, because I want to say something. I want to say how you see that.
Before I answer that question, I have to correct you. It's not other. We only have one race. You understand? It's not other race. It's other nation.
Okay.
Yeah, you understand? We only have one race. All people come from Africa. You, as a black woman, is the mother of all other color. You understand me?
Okay, nation.
So
Okay.
We only have one race, but we have X amount of nations. See, because out of the dark skin came the light skin. Well, you see, people have different cultures. Those things are cultures. The way how people greet people and shake people and all them, those are cultures, mentality of a nation. You understand?
All right.
Know that.
All right, I know. All right, you're right. All right, I'm going to tell you the reason why I asked, because I have a read.
I'm gonna answer the question.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
We only live what we learn. You understand me? You see, Italian them kiss them one another upon them jaw. The American them hug each other. People have different ways of greeting. Like how Jamaican doesn't goes up learning to hug people. They're learning to thump fist, shake hands, and things like that. You understand me? So it's all about
Right, but let me ask you something. Is it that it's a culture, or that is what we were taught?
everything we've been taught, what different from what life teaches, naturality. Because look, you know why when a person gets disappointed, they are upset. You understand me? You see, yeah, because whatever most of us do now is what we grow up and see. But my point is that we all have our own initiative. We are our own people. You see, when we try to know things, we act more better. But when we believe and accept things, we act in the norm of society. The norm of society is the norm of society, but every person have a natural norm. What about your personal norm? You understand? Because make believe is one of the most damaging things for Earth. You understand me? Because I don't have a truth and you don't have a truth. The truth is there for everybody to live up to. You understand me? So when somebody said, this is my truth, no one have a truth. Because the truth is something that we have to live up to, just like good. No one have a good. The good is there for us to follow. You understand me? No one have a bad. The bad is there for us to follow. People follow bad and people follow good. Because good is it's what they call God, that is good. And what they call bad, what they call the devil, that is bad. No one don't have to tell you what is good, because good is good. I mean, I talk about we have good clothes, I have good food, I have good job. I'm talking about being good among one another. You understand me? So,
but I agree with you though when you say that life experience is what teaches you, and that is what you mainly must go by, and not what people tell you. Because the reason why I asked you that, because
exactly.
There's a scripture in the Bible say greet your brethren with a holy kiss or something like that. But then I realized that my nation don't really go by that. So I was wondering, and I see every other nation like do it. So I was wondering, was that stolen, and then we were just taught to just boom fist and them stunting there because we see it as offensive and we see it as wrong. But I was looking at it because going back, I realized that there's a lot of things that has been twisted and stolen, and we have lost ourselves, and that's why we approach things so wrong, and we are spiritually sleeping. There's a lot of things there that, you know, we think is that way, but it's not that way. And I like when you say life experiences, and it also means that you have to go back to history to find your truth.
The main thing about why black man doesn't, most people doesn't like to kiss, because we've been raped so much by, we've been raped so much by other nations. Man being raped by other nations. That's black man doesn't like a man to kiss him. Most black man doesn't play those games because of the experience that their ancestors and our foreparents gained from growing up. Because we don't used to that thing. You understand me? So it's at the end of the day, I personally don't think a man should kiss a man. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That's my opinion towards it.
Right. Yeah, but because of what is has put in place and what we have thought and what society put in place, it becomes something wrong. But I'm looking at, you see, greeting with kiss and hug is a part of showing your brother and sister love. You know, you greet them with a holy kiss, you greet them with a hug. It's a part of showing caring love. You get what I'm saying?
No.
So when
yes,
hold on. So that's why when we see other nations doing it, we say, oh, they are so loving to each other. Look how they greet, but we don't realize that. I think that's the right way to do it. It's not wrong.
Yeah. No one cannot oppose your opinion. They only can voice their feelings towards your opinion. But to me, I don't kiss man. And I have no reason to hug a man. Because hugging is intimacy. And kissing is intimacy. So what I'm saying, I will greet a man, but not by hugging him or kissing him. That is from my opposite side. That is from my feminine side. I don't do those things because I am not following, and I don't believe, I know I don't supposed to kiss a man. You understand me? Who want to kiss, who they want to kiss, that's their business. Because I am not living in the norm of society. I am living in my natural norm as a person. You know what I'm saying? So I save all those kissing for the females and all those hugging for the females.
Yes, I understand what you're saying, and at this point I agree with you, because what we have thought and what we have thought and what is in place now, it is really wrong for us to take that approach now, because we already gone on the wrong avenue. But we really need to find back ourselves, and we need to find back a way how to love again our brother and sister. I'm not talking about blood, but you know, that unconditional love for everybody. And we need to try to take back what has stolen from us. And I'm not talking about resources or anything. I'm talking about, you know, how to appreciate and love people and accept everything that God created. If you get what I'm trying to say. We need to get back to that place, because we have been robbed from that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people are sleeping until people wake up and see what is going on. It won't be no change. That's what I see, because I'm thinking about it a lot, It won't be no change because people. That's why I like what you say, based on what people were thought. You understand what I'm saying? That is one of the biggest problem.
Yeah, because 90% of us are living what we learn from other people. We are not living what life teaches us. because the hardest person is to learn is a believer. When you believe, it's hard for you to learn, because when you believe, you already accept. You understand me? Because when somebody believes something, them accept. That's why they believe. So they don't want to hear nothing more, or they don't want to know nothing more.
That is
because
true.
They believe. That's how it goes.
That is true.
When you know, you know it. It's different. You know what I say? That's why actions speak louder than words. You understand me? No one. You know, sir, I'm gonna tell you. Do you know that no one on earth, no whole life begins? It's all an assumption. Yes, it's all an assumption. No one. There is no record on earth whole life begins. Not even the greatest scientists know that. They're still trying to know. So most of the things that we think we know, we don't. You understand me? But life itself teach you. Alright, take for instance. They say woman come from man ribs. From me born until now, me not see no life a come out of no man. Me see all life a come from
Well, but they say man, female have one extra ribs, you know. So I don't know. That's what scientists say, that female have one less rib. So
female supposed to have extra ribs because they carry something inside their belly that needs extra strength to hold it, a baby. Yeah, have we ever think about that yet?
Not really. As the day goes by, you know, I'm not gonna take on everything. I'm touched that thinking yet. You get what I'm saying? But you know,
that's one of the reasons why man can't carry baby, because him short her ribs. Yeah, we ever think that?
No.
Figure of speech.
No, that's not the reason why a man don't carry a baby. God never create man. God never create man to carry a baby, anyways.
Yeah, but God is man.
Alright, that's another bit you're gone to. I'm not gonna touch that deep bit right now.
No, because you mentioned that, but you never. I'm telling you, God and Goddess is equal.
Alright, let me say the Creator then, who create heaven and earth and all of us.
No one. No, it can't. Look. No man is not a man create heaven, and is not a man create earth. What I'm saying, it's the power of the elements and the power of nature and them things that create all them things.
No, you're gone way off. No, you're gone way off now, Colin. Alright, that's not it. You're gone way off now. That's one of that time.
No. It's because I'm just adjusting what you were saying to me. Because if you talk about something, it will stimulate me to answer what you are talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying that woman and man is equal. None is higher than the other. And woman is not better than man, and man is better than the woman.
Right.
But the Holy Trinity, you know what the Holy Trinity is?
Teach.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That is just for male. Have you ever wondered one to the mother and the daughter why it's only father and son? Because it's a man's world. It's a man-dominated world. The Bible was written by man. That's why it's man. Everything is man. Everything is man. Woman is not important in this world here. That's what they make it look like. Woman is not important. When woman is man and woman is what make the most high. Because man and woman together, they are the most high. because they're higher than all living things on earth. We are the defender and the watchers of the earth, and we're supposed to protect the earth because we are the most high.
Well, that I know. Yeah, we are equal, and yes.
Yes,
That
yes.
I know.
So,
Woman is
anybody
equally
ever tell you
important as man. Woman is equally. That I know. Yeah, of course.
Yes. Have you ever hear nobody tell you about the Trinity of life?
No, teach me, Carla. Teach me.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the Trinity of life.
Mm-hmm.
The Trinity of life is conscious, unconscious, and subconscious. When you're not in one of those three moods, you can't have life.
Mm.
No one doesn't teach you about that, but they teach you about the whole Trinity. Conscious, unconscious, and subconscious. When you're not in one of those three states, you're a dead person.
Right. Okay.
Yes. So, all the problem, the unbalance and all these man and woman misunderstanding, and it's because of the teaching that we get. If the teacher said man and woman is equal and none is higher than the other, but trees a man, did you know that no woman doesn't have a verse in the Bible? No, there is no part of the Bible. There is not one of those chapters or anywhere in the Bible that a woman writes a script.
But the Bible speak about woman. What about Esther? What about Ruth?
I'm not talking about speaking about woman. You have Paul, you have Deuteronomy, you have Joseph, you have all those things.
You have Ruth, you have Esther.
No, those are the name of individual in the Bible. I'm talking about like how you have.
Are you talking about the disciples? Or prophet?
All those people that write in the Bible. A man writes Psalms. A man writes Genesis. This man writes all those things. No woman have one of those chapters in the Bible. So the whole Bible being written by man. You understand me? And the Bible have less story about woman than man. Did you know that?
Well, I've seen that, but I didn't think deep about it because I've seen the Bible talk about woman, talk about Mary, talk about Esther, talk about Ruth, and many more.
So why doesn't a woman have a chapter in the Bible? I'm not talking about the story that they're written about them. Same like how you have
But it might have been, remember that they say, they are part of the Bible that has been missing. So maybe there's actually a woman. Maybe there's actually woman. Maybe there's actually woman.
I don't want to go down in the story.
Right.
We are talking about love. Because I was just gonna say one thing. If the half have never been told, who give us the right to use one half to sum up everything and say that's how it goes? No one, because half have never been told. So if half have never been told, who comes to know this half that we are talking of, that the Bible says is right?
Remember the Bible says, if you knock, the door will open. If you seek, you will find. You don't think people are seeking and God is and the Creator is leading people leading them to where wanting to go and showing them what they need to know? I'm sure because he's doing it to me, so I'm sure it is happening to others. So that's why the missing pieces or the puzzle can be put in together. That's why I go back to what you say. Not everything that we were taught, but what life teaches us. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say go back to that. So I am not bothered. I am not worried about what is missing. I'm not worried even about what they teach or thought, because trust me, I believe in, if you want to know the Most High and if you seek, you will find, because I am seeking and I'm searching and I'm surely finding, slowly but surely. So I'm not bothered. But if you choose not to know, then it's up to one. But I want to know. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna stick up in there and stop talking about the Bible and those things. We are going to have our subject.
Right.
The woman and the man.
Yes, please.
You see, it's right now, man must praise woman, and woman must praise man. We all, you see, me personal, me not have a God, you know, me have a God there. You know what I say?
Repeat that.
I don't pray. I don't have a God. I have a goddess. I don't worship God. I praise goddess, because I know within myself that.
So what is the name of the goddess that you praise?
What is the name of the goddess?
Mm-hmm.
What I praise?
Mm-hmm.
Female.
Okay. Get back on track now. So you say that to say.
A woman to praise God. A man praise goddess. That's the only way we can have a balance. You see, I couldn't praise a God because God is male. You understand me? I have to praise a female.
Right, but I would replace it. I would replace your word worship with appreciate. You don't praise no other man but the Almighty God, Creator.
I don't praise no man at all, not even the Almighty.
Okay.
The Almighty is not one man. The Almighty is a body of man. The Almighty is men.
All right, caller. So you're saying that then, okay, get back to the first bit then. You're saying that woman and man is equal, yeah? And
yes.
The topic we're talking about is our man thinks about woman and how their approach to, our man think about woman and their approach to woman. All right? So I want you to sum up all of what you're saying now, and break it down, because many people may have listened to you and they don't understand what you're saying, because you're getting into deep stuff.
Well,
break it down.
I'm saying that man to start show more respect to woman.
Right.
And woman to start show more respect to man.
Right.
Because the only way we can have a balance is when we respect each other in the same category.
Right.
And the same way. You understand me?
Right.
Because most people think that the word God is more important than goddess. But God means male and goddess means female. And both of them make the Most High. None of them is higher than the other. We all need one another to live, because the male cannot live without the female. But Babylon tried to create a system to make the male live with male and the female live with female, which that is not natural, because all who shouldn't believe in a God then, and God is the creator, and God create man from woman. How could they accept man to go to man? That's a rebellion of God, the works of God, a woman to live with woman. That's the rebellion of God. So when people talking, they only talking about belief, but the facts remain that man is the other half of a woman, and woman is the other half of a man.
Alright, right. Blessings. Now, that's the point you're trying to make. Right. I agree with that.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
It's a balance. Woman and man is a balance, and there's no other way.
That's what I'm saying. You can't have a balance. You can't have a balance unless it's man and woman. Anything else is unbalanced and imbalanced.
Right.
Let me say.
All right.
The man, Because look here, in order for us to make life goes on, you got to have a man and a woman. Because the only way we can keep this world functioning and this world going, it got to be man to woman and woman to man.
All right. Amen to that.
You
Right.
understand me?
All right,
And
Mikala. Yes, we're gonna.
man have to start show more respect to woman, and woman have to start respect man more. Because as I show you, the only time gender is unequal is when it come on to vanity. But when it come on to humanity, gender is always equal.
Right.
Because yes.
I agree. Right. That's true. All right, brother.
I think we take up as much time.
No. Listen, I love listen to me, no man. You see, growing up, I love listen to elders. You understand? I never keep friend really with my peers. I love listening to elders because guess what? They tend to know more than what we young people know. And if they don't have all the truth, they have a little bit. Because guess what?
Yeah, because only
Right.
age is knowledge.
So bless up. Bless up. All right?
Yeah,
Thank you.
age is knowledge.
Right. All right. Blessing, brother. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Yeah, be more in my sister. Be more in.
All right. Wow. You have said a lot. All right. Blessing. Barry back to do. All right. Bless Thomas and Sarah. Blessings. Mass. All right. I need a woman to listen like Grace and later comes with the facts. No, in order to learn in life, you have to be a good listener. You understand? You realize when you go into school and you're in classroom, it's good to listen to the teacher. Because if you don't listen and you're there chatting away, you're not going to learn anything. You understand? If you have a open mind to listen, you will learn. You get what I'm saying? You may not agree with everything with what a person say, but trust me, you can pick one or two things out of what that person has said and go think about it. Because to me, no person on earth have all the truth, but everyone have a bit. And like the caller said, he don't believe in creator, I pray to God, but there's a creator that creates all of us. And trust me, if you pray for wisdom, knowledge and understanding, you will get it. You get what I'm saying? And if you seek to know, you will know. All right, so that's my bit. You understand? Because what I have to say, whether anyone wants to agree with me or not, what a lot of things that we has been taught, it's the next way around. You get what I'm saying? That's why we have so much problem, especially with our nation, because they stole from us. They beat us, they manipulate us, and they teach us what they want to teach us. So that's the main fact why we're like this. And if we don't seek to know, we are going to be in the same situation. If you disagree with me, well, fine. But that's my views. You have to want to know. For me, I pray and I ask the Almighty God to lead me into all truth. There's a part in Revelation, I don't remember the verse, but I used to read my Bible a lot, but I don't remember the verses, but the, sketches, I need to read my Bible again like once and then. But there's a part in Revelation that says, in the last days, many people will be deceived, even the elected. You know what I mean? Well, who's elected? The chosen ones. Who is the elected? Probably people who call themselves pastors and Christians and people who really want to serve God and people who really want to know the truth. And the chosen people, they are the elected ones. So why would we be deceived if we know the truth and abide by the truth? There's a lot of things, people, that you need to ask yourself. Go in your closet, lock up yourself, cry out to the Almighty God and say, God, lead me into all truth. He will lead into all truth because you want to know. There's a saying that God protects the fools and the babies. You know why? Because they don't know. You see, when it's when you know and know the facts, and then you start doing, you know, and you're doing the wrong. That's where the problem is. He protects you when you don't know, and he protects you as a baby. That's why I say when you become when you're a child, you act as a child, and then when you are adult, you act as an adult. You get what I'm saying? So whatever you do in life, people, you are going to be all accountable for it. Well, if you don't know it's wrong, then fine. But once you know, that's where the problem come in. And if you know and you decide to act as if you don't know, come on. It is facts. It is facts. And all I can say, because since this pandemic, yeah, I find myself thinking a lot. And I'm saying something is radically wrong in this world. Something gone wrong. Something is wrong. And when I say something has gone wrong, I need to fix. But how are we going to fix it? We all have to start sitting now and examine ourselves and see where we go wrong, and start like you're doing a maths, yeah? And you go to look now and say, but 5 and 2 can't give me 10. 5 and 2 give me 7. So why did they tell me that 5 and 2 give me 10? It doesn't make no sense. So what you're going to do now, you're going to get your pen and paper and you're going to try to do the maths. As the singer said, do the maths. Because if you don't do the maths, people, it ain't a problem. Don't judge Grace, you know. Grace has searched because Grace wants to know, because something is radically wrong. You get what I'm saying? Yes. And me just going back and reading about history and reading all of this, it's still not, it just opened a can of worms, but it's not going to be, you won't get all the answers. You have to pray. I don't care what nobody want to say there's no God, there's no creator. Of course there's a creator who creates everything. So what you need to do now, you open a can of worms, you're going to pray about it. You're going to ask God to lead me in all truth. Father God, I want to know this. Why is this? Is this way? And they say it's this way. We are doing this way for decades, multiple decades. Nothing is changing. Something is wrong. You probably need to ask God, why when Moses pray and Elijah pray, their prayer answer like instant? Why are we praying now with prayer not really answering as though it's supposed to answer? You probably need to start ask God some serious questions. Reveal to me, Almighty God, what they have stolen. Ask God to give you visions, because I'm doing that. You need to do something, because trust me, the Bible says many are called but few are chosen. So do you want to be among the chosen? Alright. People say, oh, you're going to go to hell because, oh, you pierce your body, you put tattoo on, you wear a short skirt, you this, you that. But then again, is it that the real reason why we're going to go to hell if we fix our ear up and put on a little lipstick and look nice? That's what they taught us. You know what come to me, yeah, oh my God, why am I even drifting from the topic? Okay, God, let me be obedient. You know what come to me yesterday? I was thinking. You know what come to me yesterday? I was thinking. Do you know it's bad when you talk bad about yourself? The Creator don't like that. He creates you. So when you talk bad about yourself, God is not happy. And it come to me that even when you talk bad about someone else, God does not like it either. You get what I'm saying? So I am saying to myself now, if I can't say good about someone, I am not going to say anything. Then you come back, love your neighbor as yourself. But then again, you have to look deep. God creates every living thing. So even when you kick the dog from your doorstep and kick the dog and fling the cat to one side, and God does not like that. So we have to start looking at some things where God not like now and start loving everything that God creates. You understand what I said to you? Start loving everything that go back to your first love. Your first love is God the Creator. Once you go back to your first love, you're going to be loving every single thing. You're going to love the tree. You're going to appreciate the tree. You're going to be appreciating the animals. You're going to be appreciating human. You're going to be appreciating even the ground that you walk on, because you know that the Almighty God created. I think that's what we need to do again. You get what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, even though I was discussing with this call a while ago about the greet, because a part of the Bible said, greet your brothers with a holy kiss. Then I'm looking back, he said not to say race but nation, and I'm looking back, my nation don't do that. And even when I was younger and I see other nation hug and kiss, I was like, what's that for? But then again, I'm looking back. It's a part of showing that you love. It's a part of showing that you care. Then maybe maybe they stole that from us and then teach us to hate and distance us and them something new. But then the other nation, them showing love. We are the only nation who don't really show love with amongst our people. So I'm saying to myself, maybe that's what we were taught. You realize other nation, how they can come together, the Chinese, the white race, the Indian race, they can be so successful because them have that unity that we don't have. And I'm saying, why? But then again, we blame my brother and my sister, and we say because them bad man, them covetous, them this, them that. But guess what? Something is radically wrong. There is something wrong there. I'm telling you, something is wrong. Something went wrong. And even to the day, the way that our nation has been treated in every form, it can tell you that something is radically wrong. And we are not to blame ourselves for it. We are not to blame ourselves for it. Instead of, please, we have to, it's our responsibility now to flip the script. You understand? Because the system is designed for us to eat our own. Can't you see that? I don't even know why am I even talking like this, because this is not even the topic. The topic is about man and woman. Why am I even talking like this? Because come here and sit down and like, oh, pretty up things. Come on, people, you lot need to wake up though. Like seriously. So for me to come here and like doing a pretty topic and like yes. But then again, the real problem, the root of the problem is there, and things is not going to change until people wake up and find the root of the problem, because you have to dig out the back. If you want to kill a tree, really kill a tree, you have to dig it up from the root. By you just chopping down the limbs, it's gonna bear again. You get what I'm saying? So right now, what you're gonna do is not for us to even say we're gonna eat other race. No, it's for you to love. Start loving. Love everybody, but start appreciating your race. Start love your race. You see the things them way, you see the bad man and the covetousness and the run against and the hate. It's not going nowhere. The more you divide yourself and the more we continue in this hate and division, we are giving the other race power over us to do what they're doing. Because nothing beats unity. Look what's going on with the protests now. The police, them confused because everybody come together in unity. That's why them say, stay in your place, stay under quarantine. Because once the people out, they cannot manage the people. The people are power. They cannot manage the people. So this is what we always need to do. Stop badminding each other. Stop covetous each other. And just unite. You understand? Unite. You get what I'm saying? Everything that is wrong is written in the Bible. There is nothing new under the sun. The only thing people want to pick up is the Bible and read. But I agree with that also, because that's a guideline. That's a guideline. And because of the few, I haven't read my Bible in a time, but because of the few scriptures that I'm remembering, that's why I can talk like this, because I am putting 1 and 2 together. Regardless if European give us a figure or a name which is not so, there was still someone that walked the walk and do the do. You get what I'm saying? So we need to put one and one together. One and one make two. You get what I'm saying? And the guideline, believe it or not, is the Bible. But when you read the Bible, if you don't read the Bible with understanding and wisdom and knowledge, you won't understand nothing. It come like going to school empty and come out empty. As I would say, going to school as something come out as dumpling and come out Johnny cake, something like that. You understand? When I read the Bible, I ask for wisdom and I say, God, please let me understand what I'm reading. And if I don't understand, I just leave it. I'm not bothered because trust me, the part where if you understand, it's going to be clear to you what to understand. The basics of life, it's there. You understand? The basics of life is in the Bible. The Bible is a guideline, most definitely. Regardless, them twist it and turn it. Regardless, them took out and put them and put in. But come on. The Holy Spirit lives within us. It will guide us. That's why I come and say, people, if somebody asks me to do a favor for them and I don't feel like going on the road, I am not going. Whether you want to fix with me or not, I am not going because I let the Holy Spirit guides me. I'm a thank God for that. I am not perfect. I'm a person who love my own way, but for the most part of it, I try to make the Holy Spirit guide me. Alright, I would just come on live and do something. And people say, oh, Grace, surprising, and Grace don't talk our plan. Because I am like that. I'll be sitting down here and the Holy Spirit say, move. And I just move. That's why I'm trying to be obedient. I am trying to be obedient. The Bible is a conception of man. What would we... Okay, well, Mr. Les, that is your opinion. Each to his own. Each to his own. As you said before, when I was talking to you, we learn from life experiences. Well, my life experiences teach me that there's a creator. Alright? My life experiences teaches me that there's a creator. You understand what I said to you? So that's your opinion. We can't win. We can't win everybody. You understand what I'm saying? That's your opinion. Alright, caller, Grand Rising, you're live.
Yeah, Grand Rising, Sister Grace. Good afternoon. How are you?
I am blessed but troubled.
Troubled by what's going on in the world?
What going on in the world? But brother, who will not troubled? You know, I was just watching a video this morning and I have to just put the phone down. I was just trolling through YouTube because, you know, I'm going through stuff. I'm trying to keep up with what is going on. And I was going and I was seeing this man. Yeah, he was celebrating his birthday, yeah, but you know, he was there throwing champagne and he full of all them golds and some stuff when I go on with him, I say, oh God, look what's going on in the world now. What people mind, nobody know if you think about no ledger right now, brother. I truth.
Yeah.
Brother, nobody know if you think about no ledger right. No proper ledger. No right, not today. Not today, brother.
A reality, man. A reality.
Not today.
It is very terrible what's going on, but you know,
terrible.
As we tell a long time at the first, now people so intelligent in our world, them young people is very intelligent, so them seeing things from a different angle than most of the older generation. So you're gonna find them things even going even more after that time, you know. You know, because people not accepting the whole way of thinking. Them start to deal with things different now. So you can see that more, even watching the protests and them things, you can even start more it is quite multiracial, all type of people is in it. So that means something is really wrong with the system.
Alright, yeah, that's a good thing about it. And you know what I give God thanks for too? You don't realize that the so-called corona, you don't hear anything about corona no more. It's all about the protest. You don't hear nothing about no social distance again. You saw the creator good. I understand the creator now. They nothing say we are pray. And I say, God, open a door. You know, see him open my door. Regardless, one life has to be taken. But do you see the beauty about it? the chip and the vaccine that we're about to get, when millions are getting, us say right now, what am I going to tell us now when people out there are protest like crazy? How am I going to tell us if we go back in and have social distance? Come on now, brother. People for wake up.
Them still a legislate same way, you understand? Because you see, when me kind of fight the problem is more of the people them who's in power who always get the chance to do the legislation to create laws and rules and regulations. So while we out here protest and them do all sort of things, them man they still a cook up. So when the thing silent again, it even go worse.
It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be worse.
It even go worse. But the first caller the way you have them, I mean I talk some good points still, you know. I agree with enough away, man.
I agree with him, but I agree with most of what he's saying still, but he must say my own God and there is no God. You know, I'm not gonna agree with that. But he was touching some points. He was touching some points.
Yeah, but remember we say, you know, every man responsible for him own burden when put on for himself. So if that a fit him thinking,
right.
He must go give account with it. So me kind of even comfortable with him saying it, even though me have different idea of the goddess and God thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we still comfortable and listen to him same way, because what we find out is that, as you say, half of the story I've never been told. So it's a man priority to go seek for the next half, you know. So, but I can understand when you say people have to just work with what they have at the moment, because that's what they're. So it can be difficult to find something else, you know.
You know what I wish though, Nicola, you know what I wish and I would pray for. You see, the people have the chance now to protest. If the people could just, you know, because I know that the protest start because of the man that has been murdered, but then again, people are really protesting because they're tired of everything that is going on, which is not right. I would love for them to come together and because now their voice has been heard, come together with something with a plan or something. You know, say we want this, we want to see this change, or we're not going to vote, or just send no voting now go on or something, because the people has the power. But then again, we need to focus. Now is the time we have the chance. We need to focus and use the time we have to do so, to do the right thing and something positive right now, because we have the chance. You know what I'm saying? Not just to just mashing up the place and them something there, but to make your mind click and start saying, you know, we hope now we can make, okay. What
you see,
you know what I'm saying?
Most of the people them are out, you know, them have an intention for their voice to be heard. But you also have anarchists who come and join this thing on a level where a different interest them are served. Because you have some man in there, them want the thing to start to go on to loot and burn down place and do things. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's not really the people them who are defending the right thing is really causing the perpetrating the violence and burning down people.
That's true.
Yeah. So my man, them when they see out there, them a man who fight against black people to see them way, but them come join and because that is their interest. They want to burn place down, because them hurt just like me and you, but them are hurt in a different ways. You know what I mean? So that's alright. That's how you go. But as far as when me see it now with this religion thing, it come like it's a disease. It's like corona. It's like you can't. It's too much different thinking. So a man have to just hold a thinking in himself. And if that you gravitate to, and you have put your strength to that. You just go and put your strength to that still, you know? Because it's a difficult to deter a lot of people right now from the God or the Jesus where him thinking and him head say him have a way him know. Because man say I pray to Jesus and he might get result. So at the end of the day, it's going to be difficult for him to do something and get result from him. And a man will come tell him another thing if you go try. I want to stick to where I get result from. You know what I mean? So we have to just start now, move from this religion thinking Yeah, man, have a religion, him just dealing in religion, but we more need now to come together and men address what going on in our community, and that not just blaming one set of people say them do it to it. Because when you check it out, maybe them kill one man dead, but sometimes I have 50 people dead in a one weekend in the United States where be black people and black people kill them. You know what I mean? So we need to address all those
Right,
things.
so that's what I was saying just now. You know, regardless, we can't really pint, and it is our duty now to fix things among ourselves. That's what I'm.
Yeah, we
that I
have
was
to.
saying. That's what I was saying. It's very important because if we not do it, I am looking, and I see this video where I was going to YouTube, and poor me just to learn about genocides and them stuff, and I was like, some a little bit of our nation get murdered and wiped away, millions. So I'm looking to what have a little snaps in the future. If we not put our foot down and get wise as a people, if you don't mind, it's gonna be hard. If you don't mind sharp, majority of a race is gonna be wiped out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because because when you check your out, Grace, remember, if you have power over certainty, you're not going to just take it and give it to somebody so easy.
No.
You're not going to do it. So we have to rise up amongst ourselves and start to take control of our life and our own direction. You understand? And start to join more together, because at the end of the day, even though the rest of people have good intention, some of them towards we. I sent something to you on YouTube this morning. I don't know if you get it.
No, I didn't look at it.
All right. Well, there was a lady named Jane Elliott. She is a white lady, and she was speaking to a white audience, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And she said to the audience, if anyone in here would like to treat it like how they say black people treated, stand up. Nobody never stand up. So the woman turned to them and said, see, everybody know that the next treatment is bad, but nobody willing to do nothing about it. So that example show me, say, we as a race of people, we have to take up our own direction and start to think on our own terms that we can help able to mend and fix our society to our own needs. So because if we continually looking on other people to legislate laws for us, follow, even look on coronavirus we are going. We only follow where these people is unless them hear the Prime Minister talk, say them have to stop people from third world country because the virus will more re-enter the country from them type of country. When at them, I feed them country make a virus guard the people them country. It's what I'm trying to say. So in every way, when them come up with things now to make we always can't come out of bondage. So we have to now take charge for our own self and responsible for what we want in our own community. You understand? Because when I think when we start to telling people them say, do not shield any murderers and thieves and all type of wrongdoing things. We are coming in our community and through them make a $1 and $2 one. So everybody still jump up for them when police come and take them out your arm. No, these people figure out jail and prison and go and stop the foolishness. Stop corrupt the youth them. You understand? Because a whole heap of corruption are going on by people corrupting the youth them. If you see 20 youth right now, we are between 14 and 17. You check them out and see if you don't find out. Once you see them congregate one place, they have a boss. They have somebody who get them to do all these wrong things, or them keep on doing till them start kill off them one another. We need to address these problems in our community. The mothers and fathers, uncle, friend, all sister,
yes,
need.
Yeah, that's true. But the root of the problem is not we as a little people as such. Is the bigger heads, and so that make it hard.
Hard, Grace, but what I'm saying to you, we need to start to make them, because like when I was growing up, my grandmother used to tell me, say, listen, you don't have to take a people thing. If we feed you with one dumpling and banana and a that you eat, go to your bed, and nourishment. If you don't go tell the next person that, then who will know? So you don't have to go and teach nobody things. You can you grow. You one day will come where you can make a difference in your life.
I'm telling you.
And we need to teach. Yeah. We need to teach our children.
If them ever realize some African country how they are living now, there'll be so much appreciative and even say, boy, me not TV, me appreciate life. You know that I was looking at a video, I think it is in 80, where you know the people them some people from them born them don't know where rice chicken tastes like, they eat like clay. They use like the there's a place where they go to get clay dirt and use it to make biscuit. That's what they know. And oh my God, it touches my heart. And some place in Africa, you know, oh my God, the people they still don't know the type of food we eat and the nourishment and them something there. I was watching a video this morning when, you know, they they're getting ready for school and there's a little bit of water in the pan, can't even full of glass, and the mother and the kids was just washing their face in the same water for them to go to school. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, people need to wake up. Because people are run down vanity and are going like, if me not have this, I am not important in society and I'm going to take it to my grave with me. When some people not civilized, some people never watch TV yet, some people never see plane fly over the sky yet. Oh my God, I am broken.
That's why
I am broken.
It's like if you go certain place now, with them the people there certain place, them never hear about God yet or Jesus some place. You understand what I say? You go all in some part in the Amazon there, Brazil. You see them book some people. Them never hear word God or Jesus yet.
Never.
So them exist.
Some place still not civilized. I'm telling you. There's another place, I don't know the place, because Africa is such a big continent. There is so much part of Africa. You have a next place where them still live like the Arawaks, where if they ever see one plane and try to shoot it down, this reporter went there and he was missing. So you know, so them probably kill a reporter there. So if them even see you out of the sea bits, I come in, them get rid of you. They don't want nobody, and them not civilized. So them, you understand, them living into the Amazon area, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, wow, them something that surprised me.
But it's not that. Then don't civilize in our way, but them civilizing in their way, because them know the reason why you see them are trying to stop people from coming. Them know that as a disease go in them community. Most disease where you see go a place, you know, other place you come from go there, you know. It never start at the place where it end up in. It start at different place, but by people carrying it end up. So when them Amazon man and certain man, you see them no want people coming to them community. Them a keep out the disease out of them community because of people. So them civilized in a farmer way of it, make sure take care of themselves. But because they're not civilized in our way of life, you know, we see them as uncivilized people. Because if you check it out, most people were rich. If you go in at their house, they don't have 2 TV. They have a drawing room where they have a television at night. No other room have no TV. If you go in at
it's true.
The ordinary people house,
every room have a TV. It's true. It's true.
So, the most of the people, their mind programmed by what they see and what they hear. Is not by the universe teaching you knowledge, like when we used to live at Jamaica. Me no used to go to a doctor and everything they have to. Me know what bush we pick. Me know where fruit we eat. Me know where poison. Me know where all different type of things in the bush. You understand? Until me a big boy, me used to go to primary school, until me a big boy about, like 12-year-old, me start go high school. And start get more westernized, because me go high school in Kingston City and everything. Me start getting more knowledgeable about certain things. But when me look back on my days of growing up, me only eat meat 1 time a week and upon Sunday. And me never used to, you know, no problem. But now if you don't get meat 2 or 3, 4 times a week, you don't feel good.
Yeah.
So when I say now, it's just where we kind of learn more time.
Right, it's true, because it happened to me as well, and it happened to me as well. And since this pandemic thing, yeah, you realize everybody's trying to eat healthy, more like vegetable and them, you know, seafood or maybe vegetable and stuff. And I realized that, and I'm start looking into things and say I feel more healthier, yeah. But then I look, I say, but wait, I'm not eating the pork, the mutton, the this, but me not dead. Me alright. And I'm eating more vegetable than ever. Yeah, you understand? But because we were programmed.
That we there.
So if we not eat rice and peas and chicken, we not we're not nobody. Them if you not eat oxtail, fish, we're not nobody.
Real.
We have to get out of this mentality.
Since this corona coming, me apply my youth days to my life now. When you see me eat piece of meat, I weirdly me put piece of meat in my mouth. It's like when me get piece of meat to eat, it's like a treat. I be a vegetable me eat, brother. Me use all the vegetable make curry. I be a them thing that me eat, brother. A coconut and them thing there. Cause at the end of the day, I see the result. I see some feel better than myself.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Like yesterday, I walk how much kilometer I walk and run. 12 and a half kilometers, and we'll call it 10 miles. We couldn't do that even a couple months ago when Corona no in. We that drop down, because me I eat too much meat and it put on fat pan and them thing there. You understand? So before you get the westernized world, yes, lot of things they have good in this world, in this England when we come. There's a lot of good things here. I would never put down England and say England no have good things. But me try to learn the good things and try to shelf or shred the thing that I say it not really gonna work for me. Because certain things there in England now, it not work for me. You understand? Like you go stand up on a corner and have a whole friend and them thing there. I realize that I go work against me because you don't go push me in a jail and prison. You know them way there?
Yeah.
So me more we try to find something to do. If we not have nothing to do, me stay in my yard, listen to a program and try to contribute. But we have to start looking to our own self, the part where we play to keep we in this what we into, and try to start to understand what we're supposed to do to get ourselves away from what is happening. And I would give a warning to all the other races whosoever don't want to join with and come on the board for equality and peace and justice. Get out of the way and make the people them who want to help. But we have to be the architect of our own destination, where we are going and where we are going to end up. We have to get the people them in our society who have the education or the know how to do it. And the next thing we want to tell all our people is like if certain people not go to university and certain things, they not take them thinking seriously.
That's true.
A man mustn't judge by the institution that him or her attend or don't attend. Judge the content, what is coming out of that person's mouth, and see if you can use some of his philosophy.
But as you talk about the education is very important, you know. But you realize that most of the people them who claim so them go college and them educated and so them education wise, like, you know, academic, yeah, up there. But then again, when they come to the reality about life, I realize, because I talk to a lot of them, they don't know nothing. You understand?
100% certainty, you're right.
I will answer, brother. And I want to put them asleep. Even during this pandemic right now, I have, because I love to have intelligent friends. I have friends where me have sit down and reason with like or me and reason now, and them see things the total opposite, brother. Them proper asleep. So I'm wondering, what do they teach these people in college? Do they program them in college as well to think a type of way, or what?
Then it's all about in a society, you know. Me used to work for a company one time, and me move up in the company, till when me to transfer to be manager, to become manager, me start to think to myself, say, no sir, it's like these people teach you to become a devil, because even thing when you see no right, you know it don't right in yourself. If people then say, no, it's our way, this is the way we deal with it, me have to give up. Me tell them, say, listen, me don't want it, brother. Because there was a girl, and the girl has struggled with health issue like how she big. And them a try to tell me, me and the girl talk good. Me must try and inveigle the girl to write a resignation letter. If the girl even don't want to write the letter, I must take the pen and write it for her.
Wow.
So then me if you get out the woman out of her work because I don't think she too fat.
Oh God, oh God.
Oh, this is our way, this is how we do it. She can't manage, blah blah this, blah blah that. I mean, if you leave it, me go back down to be a worker, ordinary worker. Because if you go up with them, want to put me, is that they, me don't know people sell their soul, but that way they see look like I sell them while you sell to your soul to reach to the top where them want you go. The same in a university, when them go there, sometimes you reason with a person, you know, where have education certain way, and you reason with the person. And you see the things so clearly, and you say to yourself, they know this a person can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was reasoning with someone what they educated person, you know, went to college and all of this and all of that. I was reasoning about the corona, and even the person said to me, say, one thing this pandemic I've teach me to mind your own business, from my family not dying, it's okay for me. I was like, wow.
That's total silliness.
I was like, wow. And then I was speaking to somebody else and say, because that person has been trapped in Jamaica now because, you know, say, no plane now fly and so, and he live in the US, a friend of mine. And I said to him, say, well, what you going to do if you're going to be chipped and vaccine? Oh, it's good for me, you know. It's not a problem. They want the best for us. Me and my family going to take it. And the way Emma talk, I'm saying, wow.
Because you see them programming this vanity thing where most people see them achievement, once they reach certain level, that's the achievement. But then again, everything after a time, and then you see a burn down their house and kill them people and their woman in there. They harder to deal with life than me and you know. It's harder for them to deal with life than how me and you deal with it. Because me just look food and drink in most, and if we can't get any success, we get there, we go through. You know what I mean? For you have shelter, food and clothes, and you have a little bit of... Because success, when enough people call success, you have a bag of money where you cannot spend off. You cannot spend this money. You could live for 200 years. You still cannot finish the money. What kind of success is that?
No.
That to me, that is not no success. That is like a burden. Once a man can find things to look after himself and his family, and any surplus left, and you can help others, you help others. If you can't help nobody, you just can't help nobody. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, brother, I am troubled because I am busy. All right, I am not working at the moment, yeah. So I need money, but my other half do. So, but I'm busy hunting to see who I can help, because I find myself even going through social media to see who I'm on. And I went on Instagram the other day and I saw this guy. He went live, yeah. And he was saying that he can't find food and he want to give up on life and all of them something there. I'm going to go through the live. I'm going to say, why should I even continue watch this? I'm going to message this guy. And when I messaged the guy, I said, he was saying a lot of things, and he went through a lot of something since he was must about 15 or so. And he's 23 now. I said, I can't listen to this no more. This man is hungry. Let me reach out to this man. Because at one point in the live, he was saying that people, I can't talk no more because I feel like I'm going to black out because I'm hungry. And I said, wow. So people really, because I'm doing about 3 video, I'm going to say, I'm going to go down the line. I say, people really, I watch this and get him off the line and see that he can get food or something. He's crying for help. And he even go as far as say, I see why young youths are taking up gun and rob and thief, because we out here crying for help and nobody no help. Everybody, I think, would help. It just make matters worse. So I reached out to him and he actually said, oh, you know, Grace, I follow you, but thanks for reaching out. But this video, I actually did it a month ago. Yeah? So I kind of feel good for because he was homeless at the time, and him say, you know, somebody put him up, but you know, he don't have money. And I say, I reached out to him and I said, I'm going to see how I can help you. And I realized I went through his thing and he was also an artist. I said, okay, let me promote your music to see what I can do for you. And I start offering help. And he was saying, thank you so much, because I'm on my live for days and nobody I said people, I'm reaching out. Nobody was there to reach out back to him. But I see on the live he said, somebody messaged him and give him some credit. But there was no compassion. Where is the love? Where is the compassion that people supposed to have for them brother and them sister? If somebody come on live and reach out, then when them kill themselves now, you ever hear them say, oh, this person never reach out. We didn't know this was going on. But people are trying to reach out and nobody's giving. It don't have to be a big help. You understand? But reach out, people.
I was thinking that, when a man reach out to a woman and nobody hold their hand, it become very dangerous to them mental state,
Help, man, because brother, sometimes I feel hungry, brother. I feel like one type of way. I say, wow, can you imagine somebody hungry for days? Make we see who we can help and try to help people. Let us try to help people.
Well, Sister Grace, as me I tell you, that is when I think with someone will cry.
Somebody say, oh, look at this. Somebody say, send the man details, Grace, please. Boy,
yeah, because
God bless you, Ken. And this person help two person on the show already. God bless you. Yeah, God bless you. God bless you. Wow.
Right now, me have problem too in a certain ways where my old lady there, I got you a thing now down a yard there. She have to go in the hospital for an operation and serious so. And I'm me alone and my sister alone have to do everything. Them way there so sometimes, every one of them worries in life. But all me want is to know say me I should about the right energy that my mother can, get through this little thing where I go on.
Right, yeah.
When a person reach out, a person supposed to, good Samaritan out, they're supposed to reply, Once you're in a position can reply. So when you do this now, at least you cast one person to have like a comfort in
yeah, because I can't help them, Carla. I cannot help them financially, but if I can come and you ask for help and somebody can help them, that makes me happy. You understand? Because nothing bother me if me can help you and you are cry to me. You understand what I mean? But if I can ask for help for you, I will ask for help. I'm not gonna use pride and say, oh no, I'm not gonna. No, people are hungry. People want help. You get what I'm saying?
But you can't tell me no Grace when you check a thing, because remember, that's the only thing we don't have to do, to help each other, If you check it out seriously. The only time you can do something for God is when you help somebody,
Of course.
Yeah, we need help. If you help somebody when need help, in a time when they need help, you do something for God as a godly thing you do. As some you praise God, Yeah, man, you praise God by doing God work. You understand? When me see me needed, if me see a old lady or anybody we can help out and me can go shop for them or buy something for them, if me can give them money at the time and me can go do a favor for them that they can make their life even be little easier that day. So it's just the way you can do, you just do what you can. And if everybody try work after that premise, do what you can when you can, the world will be a better place soon.
Yes. Right. That is it. Where do this call and need help to Grace?
No, we don't need help in that type of way. We can't handle myself. You understand?
He don't need financial help. Respect for that, Kenny. God bless. What he may need, I would represent some prayers for his mom.
Yeah, man, the strength. Yeah, man, the strength we need, the strength to go and cope with what go on. Because when you come on to your parents, it's not easy when certain things arrive,
Yeah.
But we go that way there, you know what I mean? So we don't go to stretch out your hand, we don't need to stretch it,
Right. Okay, you don't want a bad blessing, brother. You don't want no bad blessing. Good blessings.
No, all we need is just energy if you say it then,
Right.
We know say everybody kind of make sure because I love why I tell you sometimes weakness, Sister Grace, but we have to fight hard.
Yeah.
But we are going to bless you up and leave you, Sister Grace.
Thank you so much.
Yeah?
Thank you for calling in and sharing with us. All right. Bless up.
All right. I'm bless up, Brother Ken here. A special request to him.
Right. Bless him up.
All right, cool.
Right. Right, thanks. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This wasn't supposed to be the topic. I come to talk about, something about relationship, why man, how man thinks and the approach to woman. But, we have to get to the root of the problem. You get what I'm saying? There's so much thing that need to be dealt with. We can do this topic another day, I think, because, we come and talk about this and talk about that. But yes, it is good to talk about it because people are still listening, still learning, and But then again, we need to look at the roots of the problem and how can we fix it. You understand? The root of the problem and how can we fix it. You get what I'm saying? Bless up Boland Boy, bless up to everyone that tuned in today. You get me? I know when God want me to speak, It's when God want me to speak, I speak like this. You get what I'm saying? I speak like this. I have so much clipping to come and talk about these things and stuff, but yeah, probably God don't want me to talk about this. Cause I was actually saying this morning, Father God, what should I talk about this morning? Give me a topic. And I was there and then I built my own topic and then you don't want me to talk about this. People are going down the wrong direction. You understand? People need to turn from them wicked ways. Look back to God Almighty. People need to change. You understand what I said to you? We're going down the wrong road. You understand? We have to make a change today. And I must commend and I appreciate and I loved when I look at the protests, it's not only my race, it's not only my nation, but it is all nation out there protesting. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So it's not such of we are the little people are the problem. It's what we've been taught. You understand? It's what they teach us is the problem. So the same person will teach us we eat, them for go back and say, no, unity and love and see what happen. You understand me? Because what you learn as a child, it's going to be in you until you're grown up. It's going to be there. It's going to be there. You understand? You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's such a sad story. But if you want to let your voice be heard, you could just give us a ring and talk to us. Yeah, the first caller was saying that, everyone is equal. Man and woman is equal. Yes, for true. And the woman can't do without the man and the man can't do without the woman. So we need to appreciate. Man if you appreciate woman and woman if you need to appreciate man. But I think that man need to show woman more appreciation. Okay? We are mothers. We are creators. Come on, man. Alright. Grand Rising caller, you're live.
Yeah, good afternoon. It was about how man thinks.
Okay, yeah. The topic was supposed to be you could talk on it. How a man think about a woman and his approach to woman. You're a man, so you can tell us. So whether your approach is a good approach or it's a bad approach, or how man thinks when it comes on to woman. Just give us a little snap.
Well, that is first off, my approach to women are always respectful.
Yes.
Respectable. I totally honor and respect a woman who carries herself upright, i.e., act like respectful, conscious, and all of that. People being less fortunate does not get this. Doesn't mean that they get a different sort of treatment because you have to be understanding of certain situations. But in dealing with a woman, I've learned to give as much as I get. In some cases,
yes.
You can be dating a woman and you're showing her the utmost respect, and she doesn't reciprocate, and that kind of situation normally changes your point of view on how you should treat that particular individual. But generally speaking, is it okay? Yeah. Generally speaking, you ready for me? Yeah. Can I call you back?
Yes, please. Yes, you may.
I'll call back in about 5 minutes.
Okay, no problem. All right, bye-bye. All right. That would seem as if he's at work. All right, let me have another caller online. Grand Rising caller, you're live. Hello.
Shalom, shalom.
Yes.
Blessings, Sister Grace.
Blessing, brother. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Praises to the Most High.
Good to hear that.
Give thanks for life, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Give thanks for life. Life is the greatest gift. Yeah, which we have to preserve it and nurture it and care it. Yes, Sister Grace. I want to go on the table today.
Boy, you know, the topic is our man think about a woman and his approach to woman, but you know, you get carried away because we're talking about what is going on now, and you know, people need to wake up on them stuff, you know. So we all over the place this morning.
Okay, what a man think about a woman and an approach to woman.
Yes.
It's a whole mix up thing, you know, it's a vice versa thing and mix up. This.
All right. Tell us what is your approach. All right. So you meet a lady, yeah, and what are you looking for in that lady? And it depends. All right. I don't want to tell you what to say, but okay, give us your approach. Whether it's a woman you want seriously or just a fling, but just tell us. You don't want to know how man think, you know? Yeah.
All right. I want to tell you something, you know. You have some women who don't value themselves.
Yeah.
They don't value themselves. Likewise, you have women who value themselves. You have some women who carry themselves in a certain way that look not respectable to men. And you have some women who carry themselves in such a way that you have to look up to them as a man. You know what I mean? You see, sometimes you go out on the road, you know, and you see a woman and she carry herself a certain way, and you know, you'd approach her based upon how she carrying herself and based upon how she you know, devalue herself, you know what I mean? And it vice versa. Sometimes I like you have some man that say, "Hey girl, come here." A woman dressed up in her body ride and no one half naked and extra rated. "Hey girl, come here." But a man would never say that to a lady who dressed up in her, you know.
All right. So you think that a woman but do you think that a woman should be just based on how she dresses?
That not really, but I mean that also kind of bring off a certain negative thinking. Some men think negative about a woman who dress like that. You know what I mean? Because there are some women, the way they dress, man have to gears up to approach them. You know what I mean? But some women, when they dress a certain way, a man just say, "Hey girl, come here." And because of the way they dress, you know what I mean, they just think at first sight, they're just thinking one thing. You know what I mean? It's to get with this woman just for her.
Okay, so depending on how that woman dress at first sight, it depends on how you approach to her.
Yes, that have a lot to do with it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I said, you have some women who value themselves, some women don't value themselves. And I mean, respect due to all women. It doesn't matter how a woman carry themselves still, but you know what I mean? Respect due to all women, because some women they are lost, some women they were abused by even their own father. And some of these women you see carry themselves and devalue themselves. They have mental issues. You know what I mean? So That's why as a man, we should not take disadvantage of them. You know what I mean? Because sometimes they have mental issues, they need help. You know what I mean? Mentally. Yeah. And culture have a lot to do with it. And also culture, integrity, and what I call self-esteem. You know what I mean? All these things.
But sometimes it's not good to judge, because you might see somebody who dress sexy on the road and you get to know her and she actually value herself, but she just like being sexy. And then a woman may cover up herself and you get to know her and she don't value herself. Because not just the way how you dress mean that you value yourself. Getting to know the personality, or things that they indulge in or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
You are definitely right, but basically what I'm saying, you see now, when a woman carry herself what you would call decent, it doesn't matter the character of the woman. At first sight, when a man see a woman like that who just decent, he think different. He think more on a more moral level about that woman, even if that woman is what they call wolf in a sheep clothing or something. You know what I mean? But when they see a woman now body right and a move certain way, them think the same way them think about the woman who just decent is not the same thinking at first sight them think about the woman who just X-rated.
That's true.
And vice versa. Sometimes the one who dress decent, like you said, when you get to know that person, a terrible woman.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That is true.
Have a good character, a nice person. That's why I say that whole mix up thing and it twist up and it vice versa. And culture and all these things have a lot to do with things and character. You know what I mean? So, I as a person, if I go up on the street and I'm going to tell you the truth. You see, like 20 years ago when I was 18, 19, approaching my early 20s, we used to have a different perception when it comes to women and the way they dress. And that, I think that is coming from lacking of experience. Because at first sight, when I see a woman who just X-rated, I think totally different than a woman who just decent. But while traveling through Life Road, and I had different experience with different type of women. This is what brings me to this knowledge now. You see, experience teaches knowledge.
Yes.
Experience teaches wisdom. You know what I mean? Experience teaches wisdom. So this is what brings me to this knowledge and wisdom and all this thing about women, that you should not judge a woman even by the way she dressed. You know what I mean?
That is true.
Yeah, so if me go on the road today and I see a woman just X-rated and just a certain way, I wouldn't approach that woman the way I would 20 years ago. Because my experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't take no disadvantage or deal with her in any derogatory way or disrespectful way. You know what I mean? So, my approach to woman, as a big man now, my approach to woman is deal with her, approach her as a, like I'm approaching a
Okay,
woman.
all
I'm
right,
not-
all right. I get that because my reason for the topic, I wanted to kind of get in the brain of a man. Yeah, all right. Because I know that every man has done it. When you don't want a woman, yeah, what are some of the tricks and the things you do are things that man do when you don't want a woman? Kind of make we know to put the ladies them on alert.
Okay. Are you saying that you are with this woman, right? And you don't want her anymore, or
You don't want her anymore, or you may meet a lady and she want to be with you, but maybe you just want to be with her sexually, and
well, the greatest thing is to tell her the truth. If you don't want her, just let you know that we're just having some fun, and that's it.
right.
I'm not ready for a relationship.
And what are some of the right? So what are some of the signs female can look for to know that that man doesn't want to be with her?
Say that again, please.
What are some of the signs female can look for to know when a man does not want to be with her? What are some of the signs?
Okay. If the man is not telling the woman the truth, like verbally, if the man is not telling the woman that he don't want her verbally, then he's gonna tell her in action.
Right.
So if it is a smart woman, she would know by his action. You have a thing with them called care. If you don't care about the
Okay,
woman,
give me a
and you
second.
show-
You continue talk. I'm getting up just for a minute, yeah? Continue, I'll be back in a second, yeah.
Yeah, and he's showing no interest and all this type of thing. That is like it's sending a signal to the woman that, look, I don't want you. I don't want to be with you. I don't want her to be in a relationship with you. It's just a one night stand, or it's just a little fun thing until it's over. So you're free to go and do whatever you want to. You know what I mean? Yeah. So some women, they are sometimes they meet a man and they really, what I call obsessed with this man and blind. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because of this obsession, she can be so blind that the man is telling her in action that I don't want to, and she cannot see it because she's so obsessed.
Or she ignore
You
it.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not as if she's ignorant. She's so in love and obsessed with this man, and that she cannot see it, and she's just hurting herself, destroying herself over this man who don't want her. You know what I mean? And until maybe one day she come to the realization that, oh, this man don't want me, or maybe a family member or family members or some friends or a friend who see that would sit her down and talk to her and open up her eyes. You know what I mean? So it's a knife that cut both ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I can speak of myself. If I'm with somebody and I don't want her no more, because of I cannot be with a woman and just jump out of the blues. Me don't want her no more. It must be something
Yes. Must be something.
about her that I cannot, because I have been in a relationship before that it was too dramatic, too much drama, and I was at peace. You know what I mean? I was like too much controlled. You know what I mean? And everything it bring an argument. We cannot sit down and talk and discuss and so on and so forth. And I give you an example. Whenever time I'm out with some friends and I'm happy and joyful and I'm going home to my woman, then I start to feel bad because it's like I'm going home to hell.
Yes.
You know?
Wow.
Well, in a relationship like this, this give me a reason to cut, to depart. And I would just tell her I can't do this anymore. So I got to go.
Yeah, but somebody said tell her the truth and leave. But what if it's an obsessful lady and is a person that may, you know, hurt you? Cause woman hurt man, if man say them are leaving, you don't think you think you should depend on the person, right?
Yeah, I mean
depending.
If it's an obsessed lady and she have to make a change. She
Right.
have to make a change if she really want to be with me. Based upon the way I explain things. She have to make that change. She have to change her ways. And you know one thing? It's not an easy thing to change people. And I don't think anyone should try to change anyone.
You can't change no one. One have to want to change.
Yeah.
You can't change no one.
Yes. You know what I mean? So if she willing to make that change for the relationship to continue, once she make that change, I will say, but if she don't, and it continue in this dramatic relationship, maybe sometimes this kind of relationship, if you don't depart, it end up drastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Because obsession is not love, you know. Obsession is different from love.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, if I'm with somebody and I don't want it anymore, I'm just gonna tell her straight. Look.
Right.
Me I go step.
Listen, ladies. Listen to this man talking, because part two is gonna be, you know, how a woman think, and you know, we're gonna let the men them know when a woman are using, you know, because woman dangerous too, you know. So we're trying to get into the man's brain today, ladies, and then another day we're going to get, you know, we're going to give out our secrets, okay? So work with the flow.
Yeah.
Because we want to fix things, you know. We want to fix things.
Yeah.
right.
I want to let you know that, you know, you see, woman and man, we all have the same characters.
Basically.
Yes. Anything you see a woman do, a man do it too.
But just that the woman do it better, right?
Woman is, hey, let me tell you something. A big man now, me a big man now, you know. We made a lot of experience. Women are very, very smart and
Very.
clever.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Please to tell all these other men on the line, let them know.
Yes. Don't mess with the strength of a woman. Woman is powerful. Yeah, tell her that. A woman stronger than man.
It's true.
Woman stronger than man.
So as a man on the line, please to tell these men that stop the bunning, because when they bun, the woman do it worse and better. Please to tell them that. Somebody say, hello fella, don't tell everything.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Man, I
Right.
get a message for you. Stop the bunning.
Right.
Because bunnies are something we're hot. And when you have a woman and you're going out and you're bunning her and you come home and you have your woman at home, the day in which she find out that you're bunning her and she gonna bun your back, her bun are go hotter than yours.
It's gonna scorch you. Right.
Yes, and you know why I said woman stronger than man?
Yes.
Because most times is men hang themselves in archery over a woman. Most time is men pull the trigger to their own brain over a woman.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
So women smarter than men, clever than men in the way in which they do things, and women stronger than men, and men do not underestimate the strength of a woman.
True.
And this is serious. I'm speaking from experience.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Yes. And women and men have the same characters in different ways. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Right.
This kind of situation needs to sort out, you know?
Yes, for real. True. Alright. Thank you so much,
man.
Carla, for sharing. Appreciate you calling and sharing with us. I like your reasoning. Blessings.
You're welcome, sister.
Alright, blessing, brother. Alright, there you have it. Let me see what's going on here. Alright. Tell her you're not looking for a relationship. Some man still make up excuse not to spend time. Yeah, that's true. That's one of the things. That's one of the way you can know that a man does not want to be with you. He make up excuse about everything. He always come with excuses why he can't do this or he can't do that with you or for you. You understand me? Big red flag. Because if one is interested in one and want to be with one, trust me, they're going to do everything in their power to be with you or do what they can for you. I'm telling you, excuses, nah, excuses not good. Alright, I have zero tolerance for a relationship that is toxic and full of drama. Yes. Listening, enjoying, nice. Blessings. Alright, obsession is fear dominant. Yes. Fella don't tell everything. Okay, very powerful. Alright. Every woman and man and urge now is a form of woman, so woman should be loved, cherished and respect. Okay? Right. That is so true. Alright. You know, I have my little clip here. I'm going to which one of the I'm going to start with? Oh, this okay. Let's start with this one. Alright, the lines are open if you want to talk on the topic, alright?
What's good, YouTube? This video
We want to get into the mind of a man, in the mind of men today. And another day you're gonna hear how woman thinks. Okay? And our approach to men and all of that.
is going to be about the 5 ways that I believe women often make themselves look a little bit desperate.
Do you hear this young man say? 5 ways how women make themselves desperate. Come on, ladies. Today the show is for you. Please to listen. Alright, and take notes. These are 5 ways how men think that we are desperate, okay?
So I'm going to jump right into this. If you don't want to look thirsty or desperate or set yourself up as a target to be used, you may want to avoid a few of these habits. The first thing in new relationships is love bombing or being overly affectionate or being too mushy. Men know whether or not they deserve your affection, if they've earned it. If you're constantly melting all over a guy, you may look more like a new lapdog than a new spouse to him. I guess the key to this behavior is make sure that your affections are returned. I personally have been caught off guard by lovey-dovey behavior and terms of endearment that I wasn't really ready to hear before, and it always makes things a bit awkward. It's always painful to watch a woman swoon all over a man who doesn't match or even seems bothered by her romantic enthusiasm. Pouring it on too thick is only acceptable when both parties are completely into it. New relationships are complicated enough in that there are 2 parties trying to figure out and discover how they need to share their affections with one another. Don't create a need for them to make space by swarming them with your affections until you learn how they best receive love. It can really feel like you're begging for closeness if this is overdone.
Blessing, Lamin,
The second thing that women do that make them look a bit desperate is calling and texting too much. I used to have this girl that I was talking to.
Yes, ladies, men do not like that. This calling and texting too much thing, cut it down. Even sometime, you know, when you're having all them butterflies and you want to, sometimes just hold it sometime. You understand? Just hold it, because man use it as a weapon against us. Oh, she weak to me. She can't do without me. Oh, me can't do this to her. Me can't do that to her. No. Something you feel some type of way, you hold it. You understand? Make sure there's a balance. Him a call, you a call. Not only you alone a call. And you understand? Yes, man.
Trying to get to know. At first she was cool. I had approached her and I was calling her. About a week into it, she started calling me about 4 times a day. By 2 weeks, it was 8 times. No matter how much I talked to her, it was never enough. No matter how long we were on the phone, she'd always call right back. And if I didn't answer the phone, I get an angry text message. And we weren't even officially together. Needless to say,
no, that's clingy. She's being clingy right there. Come on, girl.
it didn't work out. I had to break things off, and I felt so bad about disappointing her. But her obsession with me really just zapped all of my interest in her. I just felt really smothered, and I know it hurt her, but there's no neat way to break glass. I never used her body or took anything from her, so she eventually got over it. My point here is, add a man to your life, but don't make him your life. Very few people want that level of responsibility. Unless he's a narcissist or he just plans on using you, a man wants to join you in your life. He doesn't want to become your life. One of the easiest ways to impress a man is to have some shit to do and give him time to miss you. You start feeling like property when someone won't back the hell up off of you. Moving on. The third thing that women often do that make them look really desperate is sexual favors for a guy that hasn't committed to them. Look, I'm just going to be blunt about this. Topping a guy off that's not your man because you want him to like you not only looks desperate, but is desperate. Hell, it might as well be begging. Again, guys know when they should be entitled to such a favor. So topping guys off, especially in cars, to get them to like you back is like the most desperate
Okay, Mandy, thanks. I'll message you later.
thing a woman can do. Premature fellatio comes off super thirsty. And I'm going to be honest. If a man hasn't told you he loves you or shown you his intent to be with you, then you shouldn't be putting anything of his into your oral cavity. Hell, some of y'all are topping guys off here and there, to and fro, and still ain't found the man. And just in case you don't already know this, men never believe a woman when she says, I don't usually do this, because they usually do. And even if they don't, that's the perception. So if you really want a man to think that you don't usually do a thing, don't do it with him, and he'll assume that of most or all of your relationships.
That is so true.
Fellatio is looked at as a selfless service, so don't service anyone who hasn't offered you their heart. But maybe that's just a guy's opinion. That's why y'all come here, right? Moving on, the fourth thing that women often do that make them look desperate to guys is excessive favors. Women often attempt to gain a guy's trust by tricking off their money and resources in an attempt to show them that they're a down-ass chick who can hold their man down. Always buying things and doing favors. The problem with this is it sets you up to get used by people who haven't earned your trust or effort.
That is true. I've heard this over and over and over. You understand? Female, just meet the guy, flushing the guy with gifts and all them something there. You're only setting up yourself to be used. You get what I'm saying? You're only setting up yourself to be used. You have to be wise, ladies.
Very generous women often get taken advantage of after they show their willingness to go the extra mile by a man who only wanted to see what he could get out of them anyway. While other guys might see all your efforts to overachieve and box you into that same little category that women put nice.
Next thing to look for, ladies, and this guy don't want you. I've heard it, and I've heard female complain. You see this fine young man comes along, whether I'm see you on Facebook, anywhere on social media, or in person. So for instance, you're like 50 something, or and and this young 30-something, 20-something walk up to you or message you, oh my God, you are the most beautiful woman on earth, you are this, I love your physiques, and you are blushing, oh yes, and you believe that you are the most beautiful woman on earth. Come on now. That is one of the things that men use to manipulate you and tell you all these things they want to tell you about you are the most beautiful. Come on. Come on, ladies, don't fall for it. You know it's not true. Red flag.
Guys in. And while many men may like it, these habits are often identified as trying to buy love. And everyone knows that that comes from desperation. So it's best to err on the side of caution and save your excessive favors and gifts for men who have earned your love and reciprocated it. With that said, last but not least, the fifth thing that women often do that make them look desperate is thirst trapping. Things like racy IG pictures, backwards selfies, seductive clothing, twerking in public, and etc. Anything that will be considered excessive sexuality or advertising of sex value. Women who constantly bring their sexuality to center stage when they get around men always look desperate. I'm not saying they always are, but that's how it looks. Attention seeking in this way can make men weary of you because they don't know if access to your body is limited or open to the public.
True.
If you want to be taken seriously, it should always appear that your sexuality is exclusive and access to your body is limited. When you're thirst trapping men on the gram, you're the one who actually looks thirsty. The quote-unquote bad bitches often have bad relationships because they market themselves to bad men who only want them for their sex value. And it's hard to blame these men, as these women, often desperate for love, only advertise their sexuality. I don't know, maybe they should try to start putting some books behind their ass or something to show that they have more than that to offer. I find it so funny how all these Instagram models be talking about how these thirsty men be in their inbox saying this and that. And I just be thinking, but
See, facts. That's so true. We ladies, we put up all them selfies showing our bum and our boobs all sticked out, and then when a guy messages us, oh, I like your boobs, I like your bum, I want to be with you, I want to do this with you, then we're gonna curse the man. You understand? But we are the one that present. Ladies, changes.
your ass is out. That took some effort. If you've taken 56 pictures backwards in the mirror on your tippy toes, trying to find the perfect angle and lighting on your ass, you don't get to call anyone thirsty, because you've done a great deal for the likes you've gotten.
True.
And don't misunderstand me. I'm not here to degrade bathroom models or Instagram models or women who go above and beyond for the guy they like or is trying to impress. I'm only pointing out the fact that when the efforts you make as women to attract or keep a man interested far exceed the effort that he gives you, it always looks desperate. Women often forget that they are the prize in the relationship, that they are the most sought after treasure on this planet. The feminine energy makes this world spin. Guys spend their whole lives trying to make money, to acquire things just to attract the treasure of a woman. Her nurturing, her love, her goddess energy. These things cannot be taken from a woman, but she can discard them, and many women often do. You have been duped if you think that your real power as a woman lies in your ass, your tits, or your sex. I guess I'm off topic now, but my point is that a woman is too valuable to this world to ever operate from a place of desperation, especially when trying to attract a man. We all have felt desperate at times, but it's very dangerous to let it manifest itself in the way that you handle potential partners. It telegraphs our deepest insecurities and it sets us up to fail. Women often underestimate their own value and overestimate the intent and the integrity of their potential partners. Be a great woman to a great man, but be a no one to a nobody. I think I've said enough.
Oh, yes, you do. Wow. Very interested. I like what this man is saying, you know, and as he's talking, yeah, I remember a couple of years back, you know, I'm sorry, I'm a type of girl, I love being sexy, I like being sexy, but on the other hand, I think that you can't approach me a certain way because I'm going to find it disrespectful, and you and I is going to be at it, but I love dressing sexy. Anyway, so I remember a couple of years ago, man, I was on the road, yeah, wasn't revealing. I was just in my black tights and a regular top. You know, I love my tights and top and jeans or whatever. So, you know, as what they will call your buff is printing or whatever. I was in a tights. Do you know that this man, yeah, he paused and brushed me? Oh my God. The way I carry on with that man. And people were saying to me that, you know, that be careful because I'm a God man or whatever. I said, God man, who give you the authority to touch me? People, I went on about it. But then again, after that, I looked back and I said, but then, come on. But then who gave him the right to touch me? He's wrong to touch me, innit? But I was really revealing myself, but I had on a tight, so you know it already. And the man touched me. He shouldn't have touched me. He had no right to touch me. But then again, I'm the one that's just sexy. But who gave him the right to touch me? He shouldn't have. And there was like, that man is a killer and whatever, but I didn't care. And the way I carried with that man, I said, listen, you have to kill me because you're out of that. You shouldn't have touched me. And you know, after that day, that man, every time that man see me, is like him next to the road, like him saying, oh my God, how is this girl? I didn't know she was that quiet. I don't ramp when it come on to my body. I need respect. I want to be able to walk everywhere and a man can't pat them man pan grace. That is me. But I love to dress sexy. I'm sorry. I don't go to no bam ride and bam a show on them something and breast stick out. No, but you know, my little tights and you know, I love if I'm here and doing my show, it'll be sexy. But I don't go on the road just like that. But my tights and stuff. Yeah, you know, so it kind of. So you can't really judge a girl by how she really dressed too. Get what I'm saying? That's why yeah. Oh my God, let me play the next video.
You ever dated a guy and had this intuitive thought in the back of your mind asking yourself, is this guy using me or is he really into me? Well, if you've ever had that thought ever, keep watching this.
Okay, ladies, this one is he really into you or not? Is he using you? So hear what this guy has to say. You understand? Because, you know, I find that people message me and talk to me over the years, you know, this man don't want me, this man use me and all that. Come on, ladies, we have to look out for these red flags. You understand? And the next show is going to be, we're going to talk about it and the man's side for the man to look out for the red flag with the lady. Come on, we need to appreciate and love people and cut out this. If you don't want to be with somebody, don't use them. Just let them be. You don't want to be with them, just let them be and move on, alright? We have cut out them foolishness here, alright? Come on.
Video because I'm going to go through the 5 signs to tell if he's using you or if he's really into you. And by the way, welcome to Attract Great Guys. This channel is a little bit different as it focuses on helping ambitious women, which are smart, driven women that have really high standards and want the best out of life, aren't willing to settle, to attract high-quality men for a lifelong committed relationship. Now, I define a high-quality man as someone who matches your intellect and values and lifelong desires and also wants that committed relationship. So welcome to my channel. Please hit the red subscribe button beneath this video so you can get notified of all of my upcoming videos that cover attraction and dating strategies for ambitious women. I am Jason Silver, the dating coach for ambitious women, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to jump in to what you really should be looking out for when you begin any relationships as a potential sign that he might be using you. Number 1, and this is one of the most important signs, is if he's introducing you to his social circle or not. This is something that's really important to be aware of. A man can pretend to be anyone to you. When you first meet him, he can be playing a character. You really don't know who he truly is until you see him in front of other people. It's much more difficult for him to act like a chameleon around other people that he has a previous relationship with. Now, a real high-quality man, someone that's looking for a committed relationship, wants to introduce you to his social circle. He should want to introduce you to other people that he values in his own life. I remember the first date that I went on with my wife. We actually walked along Lake Michigan in Chicago, and I ran into two different people that I knew. One was this woman, Rashida, who I did improv theater with, and we had a great interaction. It was really nice to see her. And the other was Shiva Singh, and he was my yoga instructor. He taught me in my when I went through a certified teacher training. And again, really, really great to see him. And I introduced my wife, Kathy, to both of these people. It was major social proof for me, right? And at the end of that date, even though she had met two different people that had a really good interaction with me, I asked to drive her home. It was a nice day out, and she politely declined. Now, looking back, that actually made me respect her a little bit more because she still didn't fully trust me. She still wanted to get to know me more before she got in a car ride with me. I'm not sure if that's actually what her intentions were. She might just have wanted to walk home because it was nice out. But for me, I really valued her. I valued the boundaries that she had. Now, I actually, within the first month, brought her to two different concerts. I'm friends with a lot of musicians, so I introduced her to different friends of mine in the music industry. And by the third month that we were dating, I knew that there was something really special about her, and I flew her, and we flew together to California to meet my grandparents because I wanted her to meet them before they passed away in case this was someone that I wanted to marry. Which I was pretty sure at that point I did. However, it's important to look at my progression. I wanted to introduce this woman to my social circle. I wanted to get her more involved in my life because I was looking for a committed relationship, and I knew that I wanted her to be a part of it. The right man, high quality man, is going to want that as well. Now, there's lots of benefits for you to meet his social circle. You're able to see if he's congruent, if he acts the same way with you as he does with other people. You're able to see who he surrounds himself with. There's this...
All right, before I go further, something just come to my mind, my thought. Ladies, one of the key things we do as women that is not too good, it's good to test for security, yeah, but women have a thing that, we do, like, if a man, like, trying to get to know us, we will like try to test that man to see how much he spends, or if he's willing to spend, or if he's a mean man or whatever. But sometimes it can be very tricky because you have some man out there smart and know what's going on, ladies. So you know what I've learned? A man will spend any amount of money to get with you for the first time or the second time and the third time, just to have you where he wants you, and you feel like, oh yes, oh he take me shopping and spend all these money on me, and I give me £500 the first time, and wow, this man is gonna spend for me long term. Sometimes it's not necessary like that. Some man use this and trap us while in our head, yes, we'll get to this man, we're gonna rip off this man. Man out there smart, ladies. So be careful. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't work. You get what I'm saying? So that's something you have to be careful of. Don't just want to be with somebody because of vanity. Oh yes. Get to know the person first. You get what I'm saying? Get to know the person first. And if you want to make sure that person has that security financially, get to know the person. Get what I say to you? Yeah man, don't be a pretty car eye, alright? Because trust me, sometimes it don't turn out good. Yep, don't turn out good at all.
Saying that you are an average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with. So that's something that's really important to consider. And it shouldn't be that difficult for you to transition from just hanging out or spending time one-on-one to his social circle. If he doesn't offer to introduce you, well, I would encourage you to ask. All you have to do is say, I'd love to meet some of your friends. I'd love to meet some of the people that you spend time with. Now, there's 2 ways that a man can take this, right? One way is that he could feel like it's too much, and he could feel like it's too pushy. Now, if a man doesn't want to introduce you to his social circle, that's a little bit of a red flag. What is he really looking for? What does he really want? Why is he hesitant? So if you bring it up and he rejects that idea, well, that's something to be aware of. It's good that you brought it up. Gives you a little bit more perspective on him or the relationship. Or the other thing that can happen is that he agrees, is that he would actually be flattered. Wow, this woman is taking an interest in me. See, the key, and when you approach him, is not to do it from a place of suspicion. Oh, I wonder if this guy is a scam artist. It's to come from a place of genuine curiosity. I want to get to know this gentleman more. He seems interesting. I'm enjoying spending time with him. I'd like to get to know him a little bit more by finding out who he spends time with, who he spends his time with. What are some of the activities he does with these people? So by you showing a genuine interest in him, that should be attractive to a high-quality man who's looking for a committed relationship. So don't be afraid to ask a man to meet his friends. Now, the second sign to look out for in a relationship to see if a man might be using you is if every interaction you have with him leads to some form of sexual intimacy. No matter what you do, what date you go out, wherever you go out on a date with him, if it always ends or begins or during, if there's always physical intimacy, you have to ask yourself, well, what's really going on in this relationship? What's he really getting out of all of our interactions? Now listen, I am not bashing sexual intimacy, especially if two people, if you want that just as much as he does. However, a relationship is not just physical contact. If you're looking for a...
He's right. He is so right. He's right.
Lifelong committed relationship.
If you meet somebody, whether or not you both are connected and you know what I mean, and you always see each other and hit it off, but if that's gonna be the main focus, come on, it's not gonna go nowhere. If that's gonna be the main focus, you know, and you know, just as young man say, you want to go somewhere, like maybe go on the mall or go for dinner or whatever, but all you want to do, oh no, let us meet up somewhere where we can be alone to just eat it off, then come on. You know that this guy don't have much interest in you. He just have interest to eat it off. You get what I'm saying? Yes, I agree with this man.
Relationship, which this video is really designed for, then a relationship is so much more than just physical contact. So if you're not varying your activities and going out sometimes and doing things that don't involve that, then you have to ask yourself, well, what does he really value in your relationship? So if you find that this is a consistent pattern, what you may want to do is ask to go to different events or dates that would make it really hard to get physically intimate. So maybe ask him to meet you for lunch somewhere and then have plans.
Right, and then you would know if this guy interested in you, because if you try to divert from his plan that he always make, and you know that, you know, his plan, you know, you're not going to go somewhere where, you get what I'm saying, and you realize that he's starting like to drift away or ignore you, or he's not talking to you like he used to, then you know that something is wrong. You know what you know what time it is. You know what that guy wants.
Right after lunch to go to, so you know you can't isolate. And that's really what you need to look out for, is if every interaction somehow ends or there's periods of isolation where it's just you and him, and then you know there's physical intimacy, try to find ways where you're not isolated, where you're in public. Maybe you meet for coffee or breakfast before work. Maybe you meet for lunch at some point during the day. Maybe you do a social activity where, like I said, you have somewhere to be afterwards. And if you find that maybe he's declining those invitations or somehow is unavailable, and you're finding that you're only meeting up with him when there's some sort of physical intimacy, well, I would start to question, you know, how deep are you really going in your relationship? How varied are your experiences?
Yes. And
what are his real motives? It's just something to be aware of. This isn't definitive, but this is definitely one of the signs that should give you a little bit more perspective and information on your relationship. Now, the third sign that he may be using you, if every interaction or date that you go on is really, really convenient for him. Meaning, if every date is scheduled around his availability, around the location that is easy for him to get to. If you find yourself going out of your way to accommodate him and his schedule, him and his location, then that might be a little bit of a red flag. It's really something to consider. And if you find this happening consistently, what you can do is you can set a little bit of a boundary. And you can say, hey, can you meet me here? Or can you compromise here? Because And listen, at the end of the day, you should want to make this relationship convenient for him. You should really want to make it convenient. Why? Well, that shows that you're considerate. That shows that you're being a considerate partner if you want convenience for your partner.
The next thing that come to my thought, I have spoken to a lot of female that are that is with somebody else that is married or have them right up relationship, and they are the girl on the side and they're like, oh, them getting all these treatments, and the man a treat them good. And the man a treat them good because what? Them ear always do, them nails always do, and all them are the latest bling bling and all these things. What I recommend for you ladies to do, I'm not going to say to stop doing what you're doing. You must know what to do. But I recommend, you know what you do? You see the money there that you're getting off these husbands or man, open a little business. Invest that money. Because that person is not your person. And he will be leaving sooner or later. You get what I'm saying? So all the money you're using on nails and ears and them something there and flashing and dashing, please to invest that money so when the man gone, at least you have something rolling. Because majority of the time, the man they come round once in a blue moon. You see the man them who does spend money and take care of you, them don't come every day, them come once in a blue moon. So take my foolish advice. Make sure you invest in them money, make sure you're saving them money, and you open a little business, because them man they not got their own for long, because it's not your husband and it's not your man. Okay? It's time, 2020 ladies, it's time to get smart. You understand? Because I see them to a lot of person me know. You understand? And the man just left them and them just drop on them face. I mean, I gotta say if you stop doing that though, because people have them reason and consequences and whatever them needs. But be smart. Ear and nails can't eat. I mean, I say, don't look pretty, because I love to look pretty, but ear and nails cannot eat, ladies and ladies. You understand? Ear and nails cannot eat. You understand? So get wise. Get wise. It's anything you never born with, you can do without it. Ain't my fingers looking nice? I'm not born with nails, long nails. I mean, I go on the same way. You can beat me naturally, you know, go on the same way. Ladies, anything we're not born with, we can do without it. 2020, get smart. Alright?
However, relationships work both ways, and that consideration needs to work both ways. So just as you're trying to accommodate him, you should also want a partner who would want to accommodate you. And if you're finding that...
Oh, there are side wives. Okay. Side wives are not guaranteed, my dear. They're not guaranteed.
You're maybe offering dates or activities that he's unwilling to accommodate or compromise on. That is a red flag that this might just be a relationship of convenience, and he might not be as committed as you think, and he might be using you just due to convenience. It's just a thought, and you can ask yourself, what's really going on here? What is he really prioritizing over this relationship? What does he really value? Because would it take extra time to accommodate you? The best indicator of what we value is what we spend our time on. So it's good to ask the question, what does he really value? What is he willing to do? Is he really being kind and considerate? That's number 3. Now, the fourth sign that he might be using you is if he is incongruent. Now, what is congruence? Congruence is basically saying what you do and doing what you say. It's being consistent in your actions. So, for example, if a guy tells you, he really loves the beach and went on to all of these great places in Venezuela or Brazil, and then you go to the beach and he can't stand the sun, there's a little bit of a incongruence there, right? Just like a little bit of a red flag. And early on in a relationship, you're going to want to ask a lot of questions and watch his actions and see the stories he told me, do they change over time? Do his preferences change over time? Does anything not fully add up? And we need to really be aware and thoughtful of the things someone says.
Right, ladies, let me teach you something. Man usually don't keep up. When they tell a lie, most of the time they forgot what they say and they come with a different story. Not like females. Well, I'm going to leave the females bit for another day. But not like females. When she's going to tell you a story, she figure out where she's going to stay and she plan the story way ahead. So when the time comes, the story keep. If you get what I'm saying, it match up. You get what I'm saying? Men, they just say what they want to say, and then give you something and forgot that they said that to you, but you have to be mindful. They're not so clever like us ladies. You can catch them, yes. So record every conversation. You get what I'm saying, in your brain. Because when normally, that's how we catch them out. Because when they say something, they don't remember what they say most of the time. It's true. It's true.
And consider them on an ongoing basis. I remember, for me, I might have mentioned this in previous videos, when I was dating, I was looking for a really kind, sweet, good-hearted person. And when I met my wife, the one thing that I really noticed is she was one of the kindest, gentlest, most just loving souls I had ever met in my entire life. And I was a little bit suspicious. It was a little bit of a red flag for me because she was so sweet, almost like she was putting on a show. And that is why you want to look for congruence, by the way, because if you find that there's incongruence, there's a good chance that a man is maybe changing himself to be more attractive to you in certain situations. And that's just kind of dishonest, maybe lying a little bit. So I remember thinking that of my wife, that she was maybe lying. She couldn't be this sweet. So what I did, and this is a great example of what you can do to look for and to root out incongruence, is I just started paying really, really close attention. Who did she surround herself with? I looked at her social circle. Are these really sweet, kind people? I asked them questions. One thing that was really funny.
Oh, you're looking a wife. Wow. You can't find one. You want to call and talk to us and call in, man. The number is there. Call me on WhatsApp or Messenger. It's pinned here. Let us talk. Let me see if you say you can't find one. So let us talk. And let's see where you're going wrong, alright? Message me. Call me. Let us talk. Alright?
As I noticed that my wife wasn't really a yeller, she wasn't really aggressive. So almost jokingly, I asked her friends, I said, when was the last time you heard Kathy yell at someone? And so I was bringing it up as a joke, and it didn't really seem like I was trying to root out information or be suspicious. It was just kind of a funny question. And her friends laughed that she's not really a yeller. She's just very sweet. However, they actually did tell me one time that she yelled at someone, but he certainly deserved it. And, she does have a backbone there. But it's important to look for incongruence. And if you find areas, there's ways to root out incongruence by asking interesting questions. So for my wife, I wanted to know, okay, is she really this kind? Is she really this sweet and gentle and calm? So I think I asked her weird questions. I'm trying to think. I asked her, and I looked at how she drove. Was she a road rager? Did she need to cut in front of people? I asked her questions like, who do you dislike? That would kind of give me some examples of what her motives are in disliking people. Who is she really mad at? When was the last time she yelled at someone? These were the types of questions I asked, more from a curiosity to get to know her. She didn't really think that I assumed she wasn't that sweet. She just thought I was, asking her interesting questions about herself to try to get to know her more, which I was. That's the truth. But I was really trying to root out incongruence. And after about 3 months, I determined that she was actually really sweet, and that's when I made the decision that I think I really wanted to marry her. I think it was like around 3.5 months. So really looking for incongruence is going to be one of the best ways that you can determine a man's real character. And the fifth sign to know if a man may be using you is if your friends don't have a good feeling about him. This is really important. If you trust your friends, if you've got a good social circle, listen, we are emotional beings. We don't always make decisions based on logic. And if we're in a relationship, it's very, very hard to have an honest perspective. So something to consider is if the people that care about you, around you, are suspicious or have questions or have a bad feeling, you really have to...
That is so true. I have been there over and over with friends. You understand? I've been there over and over with friends. And I've seen the red flags, and I've said to my friends, that's a red flag. They say what they want to say, and it turned out that just never work out. So that's true. That is true. So if you're with somebody and your friend always been pointing out something about that person, just look out. That is true.
Start to look at it. Now, this is not definitive, right? You can't rely completely on other people because they are emotional as well. However, if they are getting bad feelings, I would start to ask them questions and really try to understand what specifically is making them feel this way. Don't just, ignore it and say, they're just jealous or whatever. There's some other stuff going on. Really try to root out and understand what it is. And then what you can do after you really understand what it is that they're suspicious about, now it's time for you to investigate. Now it's time for you to look for congruence or incongruence that is true or not. Go on a fact-finding mission. You don't have to come from a place of suspicion. Come from a place of genuine curiosity, of trying to learn more about your partner. Because in the beginning of any relationship, that's really what we're doing at our core. We're trying to learn more about them. And if you don't trust your friends, if you feel like they're just not giving you great feedback or advice, then what are you doing? Why are you surrounding yourself with people that you don't even trust? I would encourage you at that point to really start looking for a new crew of individuals around you that you do trust their opinion, because it's so important in life to get outside perspectives from those that we care about and those who care about us. Now, these 5 signs are some of the best ways for you to figure out if the man is using you or not. So even if you're not in a relationship, feel free to refer back to this video as a resource guide for you as you're entering into any relationship. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button just beneath the video.
All right. There you have it. Some ways to see if he's into you or not. All right. Yes, for true. And another thing that men, and next thing that you can know with men, with women as well, they always like complaining about who they don't like. But you can know the type of person that they like, especially if you have for example, you have 2 or 3 or 4 friends coming around. And he's always saying, I don't like that one because so and so, so and so, so and so. And you can listen how we talk, so you can know that, okay, well, he like that one, but because he talk bad about that one. Because when a man or a woman wanna be with someone, or they're hitting on someone, they would never ever tell you, but they're always screaming out at the one that they are not interested in. That's a woman and man thing, innit? But yeah, I know all these things, people. Grace know these things, Grace is well experienced, man. I know these things. Yes, so alright, so the lines are open. Or you say you're trying to hear the number, but it's not working. Alright, I'm gonna put the number again in the comment section. Just add it to where you see it. Just add it to WhatsApp. Don't call straight. Alright, we want to talk to you and want to hear why are you not finding a wife. Okay, we're gonna talk. Alright, in the meanwhile, I'm going to play this.
This is quite embarrassing, but I'm going there. Listen.
Alright, these 5 men are having a talk with Priscilla. Alright.
I have been looking forward to this particular show for a very, very long time because I've not had the opportunity before to have a whole panel of men right here on the sofa to have a conversation with us. And so this is unique for me, but this is going to be good because, listen, girlfriend, you and I get to have the tough questions answered. Have you ever just wanted to grab your man and say, look, what in the world are you thinking? Why do you do this or say this? You just want to know some things, and you haven't had an opportunity to ask. Well, I'm going to ask for you, and we're going to give you all the answers so that you can understand your man just a little bit better. To help us do that is an incredible group of men. Would you please welcome, first of all, gospel recording artist Anthony Evans Jr. Then we have contemporary Christian recording artist Michael Boggs. Then I got to have my own husband, Jerry Shire's coming out. And then writer, blogger, speaker, singer Carlos Whitaker, and incredible comedian Michael Jr. Would you please help me to welcome these great guys? Well, y'all, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
I feel a little bit outnumbered, but I'm very, very excited.
Yeah, that's why you got your husband.
That's why I got my husband, yes. I did invite my husband, and I want to tell you, it makes me a little nervous, Jerry, that you're a part of the show because I don't know what you're going to say.
Be nervous.
Be nervous? I should be nervous. I should also mention that Anthony Evans is my brother, so I drug him onto this program as well. But I think we're going to have a whole lot of fun.
Y'all don't look nothing alike.
We don't look anything alike?
No.
Well, he is my brother, and this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, we need to know your marital status, and if you are married, how long you've been married. You start. How in love are you with your wife?
I adore my wife.
Okay. How long you been married, babe?
Going on 15 years.
Going on 15 years. How about you?
13 years.
All right, I'm going to pause this to take a call. All right. Hold on a minute. Seeing this call get cut. All right, please to share. All right, please to share, teach and learn, where you're talking about how a man think about a woman and their approach to a woman. All right. Grand Rising caller, you're live. What are you doing today?
Good morning. I'm okay.
Yes, please. Yes, you want to talk a bit on the topic?
Yeah.
Yes.
How men thinks. Is it the topic?
Yes. How a man think towards a woman and their approach, you know? What do you think? Because, you know, you're a female, but what do you think? How do you think that a man thinks?
Or they think the approach towards women.
Mm-hmm. What's your views?
I'm not sure.
No man ever hits on you. You try to get with you. You have never been with any man yet, so you don't have an idea.
You mean in terms of?
No, it's just a random. I mean, it's just a random question, really. You know, how do you think a man think? You know, when approaching a woman, or how a man thinks.
Just by approaching a woman.
Yes.
Just,
yeah.
Oh, I was thinking something else.
No, say what you're saying. I might just come under the same line. No, say what you're saying.
No. I was saying like some men think like, for instance, like if they married a woman, like they own the woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would say, like, for instance, they own the woman maybe to an extent. To an extent, yes. Because they become one, flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. But on the other hand, they don't own them mind.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Their soul.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that is also men think, you know. And I think like you know, even if they are in a relationship with a woman,
that is true.
That woman is supposed to have any male friend, not even their phone number, they can't have. You know, that is how some men think when they are in a relationship with a woman or they're married to a woman. You know, they control them.
Control, right? That's the word, control.
Right. Yeah, they kind of control them, but you know, it's not really so. That doesn't reach far in a relationship with that kind of attitude and those kind of behavior. You know, some man like to control woman, and
right,
especially as I said, especially when they put a ring on their finger. Whoa, my woman, this, and I said, where man fight with other man because they're going out with a woman, you know, and the woman look attractive, and another man would look on her, and it cause problem already. Hey, bossy, we look at my woman, so far, my wife, this, you know, see her finger. You know, see she have a ring on her finger. Yeah, that is also
Carla, as you're talking, you bring me back to a memory when I was a couple of years back. When I went to a party, and this guy, you know, when I go to dance or party, I don't like to dance with people. I love to dance by myself. I don't like man dancing on me. But I went to this party years ago, and I was dancing, and this guy begged me a dance and thing. I said okay. So this other guy see and he wanted a dance and he asked me. I said no. This guy asked me for a dance. I'm not going to dance with both of you, my dear. When the next man a dance with me, Carla. The next man come and start punch him up, literally. Oh God.
I got it. Yes.
Oh, seriously? Yeah, for real.
Never mind when they put a ring on your finger, a different story.
Can you imagine that man putting on a ring on your finger? Come on. Can you imagine?
Yeah. And if that man if that man who put the ring on your finger is the only man who see you, is something wrong.
Right.
Wrong,
yeah, come on.
Because they can't stop it.
Right. That is so true. That is so true.
They really can't stop another man from loving you, And that is how some men behave, and that is how some men think,
From a female point of view, I love the fact that other female find my man attractive. If it's gonna be me alone find my man attractive, I just say something is wrong.
Something wrong.
Of course.
Something is wrong.
Yes.
But you have to know your limits,
That's true.
Yeah, and you have to talk. And you have to talk to the opposite sex as well, differently from your partner.
Of course.
Because you have to share thoughts and ideas. You don't have to be intimate with them. But that is how some men think. When they own you as them say, or when they put a ring on your finger, you're not supposed to talk to another male friend because them go and put questions. But it not works all the time. Sometimes we just sharing, thoughts and ideas and stuff. But that is also men think. You can't talk to no other man but them. And another side of this thing, they feel like, some men feel like from you live with them, whether you're married to them or you both live together, they feel like it's the woman's duty in the house to do everything.
Yes, that's true.
For them, duty is to go out and work and bring in money. And the woman's duty is to do every single thing in the home.
Right.
And it can't work either.
Right.
You must can balance the thing. Anything a woman can do, a man can do it,
Sure.
And they can share the chores around the home. Some men just don't like to do chores and don't feel like it's a man's duty to help around the house. Their duty is to go out and work money and bring in, and that's it. And then the poor woman burdened down with every single work in the house, and sometimes that same woman have to go out and work as well.
That's true.
You know, so if you
there's no balance there.
And a good
no balance.
A strong and a good relationship, you can meet each other halfway. You know?
Right.
And work to level the playing field. Yeah. Because teamwork builds dreamwork. Can't leave it on one side of it. It's going to be too burdensome for one person. So
yes,
that's my view.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thanks for calling, Carla. Enjoy the rest of your day now, right?
Okay, you too. Bye.
All right, blessings. Bye. Yeah, she's so right. Yeah, man. It's true. Once the ring go on, you have some man very controlling, even without marrying you. Some man are very control. Yeah, they take control, man. For real. Sad. But anyways, let's move along. All right, let me continue to play this. All right, to hear what these gentlemen have to say.
10 years, okay.
Yeah, 9 years.
9 years?
9 in a row. So, 8 years.
8 years, okay. And our sweet Anthony.
I'm the single guy.
You are the single guy. A very handsome single man,
absolutely.
I might add. So you're going to give us a lot of perspective because there are single women who do want to know some things about the single guys around them. So we're going to ask you lots of questions as well. Okay, the first thing I want to ask you guys, I want to get your perspective on what you think some of the assumptions are that women make about men that you think are completely inaccurate and they just need to get over it and move on? What are some of the assumptions you hear from women or that you suspect that women make? Or maybe your wife made about you before you got married and you proved it wrong.
I think right away, one of the first things that at least I fall out of the stereotypical what women think male. There was a book called Men Are Like Waffles, Women Are Like Spaghetti. But I am the most spaghetti male on the planet.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Well, but what I mean by that is that I think men get put into this category where we are just boxes. We can only think about one thing: sports, sex, whatever that might be. But I can think about sports and sex at the same time. So yeah, it's amazing. So it's spaghetti, you know. So we get so I think that, you know, we're not so one dimension. You know, we can think about more things than one.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
like for instance, sports.
Yeah.
And sex.
Yeah.
So we can think about other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Any other assumptions that you think women make about you that's just not accurate?
They think we don't talk.
Well, you kind of don't talk. This is a great place for us to start off this conversation, actually.
Well, you should give us a chance to talk. I was about to say something. Men really don't love to, we don't love expressing ourselves. And I think one of the reasons, I'm not even going to get deep, I'm just going to keep with the funny. But as a child, we're always told not to cry, your dads, don't be crying, don't do this, don't do that, don't act like a little girl. And then when we become men and we get married, then the wives are like, why don't you talk to me? Because I've been quiet.
All right, I'm pausing to take a call. Grand Rising caller, you're live.
Yes, good morning.
Are you calling to talk and teach and learn?
Yeah, man. The one way that I call but couldn't get you.
Oh, okay. All right, don't say your name, please. Don't say your name. All right, what you saying to us now?
Yeah, man. I say, well, I've been through a lot of girlfriend and things, no? But it's just one thing. I just really can't
Talk up a bit, please. You're very low. Talk up a bit.
Yeah, man. I said, I've been through a lot of girlfriend and things.
Yes.
You hear me now?
Yes.
But there's just one thing. I can't really find a good wife really second down and things.
All right. First question I'm gonna ask: what type of woman are you into? Are you looking for? What is your typical woman?
Well, I like someone with caring and someone with a good heart and thing that will always be loyal to you. Them type of stuff there.
But every man and woman would want somebody that's caring and loyal, really. But how should I say? How do you go about when you're trying when you're looking at a woman? How do you go about doing that?
Well, to be honest, most of the women them I deal with still start off with a friendly relationship and then it turn to something else.
Okay. So have you ever looked through your previous relationship to see what are some of the things that may cause a problem, some of the things that you're not doing or you need to do, or maybe it has to do with you? Have you ever think about it?
Yeah, I think about it sometime because sometimes I see where I make mistakes and then
may I ask, mistake, like what type of mistake? Like stuff like what?
Sorry about that. I'm saying
Yeah, you said sometimes you
That
make mistake.
sometimes, yeah, sometimes I look through it and I see that sometimes, you know, people make mistakes and things like that. But sometimes it's just that I don't really know. I don't really know if it's my side or
But what do you call mistake?
something.
Like some of yeah, but what do you call mistake? Stuff like what you do?
Sometimes I like to flirt around a little bit.
Oh, you're a flirter. Ah, okay. So flirting is one. So do you actually cheat?
Well, if I'm serious, like in a serious relationship, then I wouldn't actually do that. And if I does that, then I wouldn't do it in front to really let the other one know that I really done such thing.
Okay. But all right. So any of these women that you have been with before, you'd never see any of them as a wife material that you'd want to spend your life with, or
Well, to tell you the truth, it's like when I was very much younger, because I did date a woman that was much older than I am, and she did have a daughter, and she did want to be like settled down, but at that time I wasn't the type of person that did want to really get involved into like really settling down and get married. But after we broke up and I get much older, I realized that it would have made sense.
okay. That's how it goes sometime. All is not lost. But are you working?
Yeah, man, I'm working.
Okay. All right. So you think that because because I'm trying to see what is the problem, because you see you've been in many relationship, yeah? I'm just trying to see what could have caused, for you to break up. You feel that the flirting is one of the reasons, because you say you don't do it for the female to find out, right? So
Yeah. Hello?
yes.
Sorry about that. You could repeat.
Yes, no, you are saying maybe it's the flirting, but then you are saying that you don't do the flirting for them to find out. So I'm trying to figure out what could be the problem.
Well,
Or maybe it's the type, or maybe it's your choice of woman that you're choosing.
well, right.
Maybe the woman them that you're choosing, they're not ready to settle down. You think?
As I say, when I was much younger, I was just looking on the outside. I was looking on the inside when I was young. But now I started to look on the inner side of a person.
Okay.
You understand?
But I believe your wife is out there still. I believe your wife is out there.
Well, really and truly, a really good wife is hard to find, because the Bible tells you that blessed is the child that findeth a good wife, because many of them are not really good, So if you can find like one out of that many that is not good, then you are really truly blessed.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But I believe you. I know your wife is out there. You're a special person is out there. You maybe need to I'll just say you start looking through yourself to see what is what, but you maybe need to examine yourself. Find yourself first, sort yourself out, look into yourself, and then you can start looking for someone, because maybe the type of woman that you're looking for them type of woman there is not the type for you, because you know, all right, yes, you say you want a loving and a caring woman here, but maybe you're looking at the also at the outer appearance, the type. I don't know, because you have to converse with me, so I can converse back with you, because I asked you what type of woman you like. You're saying caring. Everybody wants a caring woman, but then if you tell me that, oh, I like my woman looking certain type of way, then you may be making the wrong approach based on how the woman look. You get what I say? But you're not conversing, so I can, I can know what to say to you. You understand?
Oh.
Apart from
Okay,
caring
well,
and loving, yes. What else you looking for in a woman?
okay, well, I would say, I like my woman attractive.
What do you call attractive, by the way?
Like, I mean, like someone that is like well put together, very polite, like intelligent, like those sort of things.
Okay. So are you dating or anything like that?
Well, I'm in a relationship like right now, but I don't see that person as to become my wife.
Okay.
Because you can know if the person, if you're in a relationship based on what you have, you can know if that person gonna be your wife or not.
Well, but that's the wrong approach you are making right there, because you are looking for a wife, but then you are with somebody that you don't think that is capable or you will marry. So that's a wrong approach there. You understand? If you're gonna be looking at a wife or a woman looking at husband, don't you think you should be single? That's why I say you need to, I didn't even know that you was in a relationship. You need to find yourself first. You get sort yourself out in whatever way you need to sort yourself, and then you step out. But you can't, I don't think you can be in a relationship and then seeking a wife. That's too much confusion, don't you think?
Oh, so you think I would have to like break up?
No, I'm not telling you to break up with this woman, but you are saying you're looking at a wife, yeah? But then you're in a relationship with a woman and you're saying that she is not a wife material, then why are you with this woman? That's all I'm asking, but I'm not saying to leave. You have to want to leave, or you must know you have to make that decision. I wouldn't tell you to leave, but I'm saying if you are looking at a wife but you're in another relationship, that doesn't really add up. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I understand. But I understand what you're saying still, but we're not like living together, you know. She live at her house and I live at mine.
Okay. So do you talk with this woman? Do you talk to her because it must be something about her, maybe her personality or something why, you don't see this woman as somebody you want to marry? But do you talk with her and see if she could make some changes or let her know your views? Or you don't talk to her about it?
No, I don't really like tell her about it. I just observe and then I just keep it to myself.
So do you love this woman?
I would say no.
Oh, okay then. Okay, don't love her. Okay then. Well, maybe if you see where it's not going anywhere, maybe you got to make a decision in it.
Yeah,
Okay. So do you feel that this woman love you? Do you feel that this woman love you?
Well, I don't really know what to say because people can say that they love you.
Action,
No,
action don't tells.
right.
Okay, okay. Well, I would say just take your time and sort yourself out. Don't rush and do anything. Just take your time and sort yourself out and make sure whatever decision you're gonna make, you will think about it and you make up your mind about it. And whatever decision you're gonna make sure it's best for you as well. You understand? But I don't like for you keep someone hanging. If you don't love them, then you don't want to be with them. Then let them be. You understand what I'm saying? Sort yourself out.
Okay.
And then yes.
Well, thanks much for the advice.
Yes, but I'm going to keep your number because I also have a counselor. I'm going to suggest you to the counselor as well. She's a very good counselor, so I'm going to save your number. All right, so I'm telling you, don't worry about it. Don't rush anything. Just one day at a time. Your wife is out there. All right.
Okay, thanks man.
All right, bless it up. All right.
Okay.
Take care now. Bye-bye. Alrighty. That's a nice one. Alright, I'm gonna finish playing this clip. Numbers are open if you wanna call in. Let me see. Oh wow, it's 2:30. How much 3 hours? Alright, we have 22 minutes sleep to go. We have 22 minutes left to go. I'm gonna continue playing this, alright?
All this time now, you want to talk? So I told you that last part wasn't gonna be funny. It was a little deep. So but maybe it was just me.
No, I think that's an important question because honestly, communication is one of the main questions that I got from women who I was just on Twitter and Facebook and everywhere. I said, what do you want to ask about? And mostly what they want to know is how do they get you to feel comfortable opening up? Because, for us, intimacy involves conversation. It involves you listening to us, but us also knowing what's going on in your heart and in your life. What can your significant other, whether it's your girlfriend or whether it is your wife, what can she do to cause you to desire to talk to her?
I think sometimes having a conversation where you're actually doing something and the pressure is not just like, let's sit down and talk. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Something like sports or sex or something. Talk about,
No, but I think, guys, it's harder for us to sit down and do one-on-one conversations. But if you're out playing golf or playing basketball or something, it's easier to have a conversation. So sometimes I think even with my wife and I, it's easy for us to go do something, and the conversation's a little bit easier because there's not quite as much pressure.
Do you think maybe she needs to do something that you enjoy doing? She's not taking you out shopping if that's not your thing. Something that she wants to do, but she's coming into your world and participating in your world with you.
Absolutely. What she can't do is she can't use the phrase, "Can we talk?"
That doesn't work.
We don't want.
It's
Nobody
true.
will hear that.
True.
Just start talking casually or something. Don't just say, "Hey, we need to talk." Oh snap! What did I do? What just happened?
I'm in trouble.
Babe, you have anything to add to that?
I think that's great. Yeah, because that statement to a man, I think, is just to shut down. We're like, okay, all right, let me prepare myself. What is it now?
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with that.
Get involved in your world and just kind of naturally have that conversation.
Yeah, that's
all right. I want to
better
talk to
way to go
single
about it.
women first. We're going to start out with single women, and there's some things that they want to know about you. But first, I want to ask you, particularly you, Anthony, but all of you, because you're going to have a response to this. I want to know what is most distasteful to you about a single woman. What might she be doing, thinking she's attracting you, or bringing good attention to herself, that to you is just there's nothing attractive about it and actually causes you to run in the opposite direction.
Being overtly forward drives me nuts.
Oh my goodness!
Really? Can you give me just an example?
Well, because what I do on the road and worship leading and stuff like that, there's a dynamic where after you get off of a stage, there are females who are very overtly forward, and it's not endearing at all. And then in real life, and just in regular life, it kind of switches the role to me. Like as we were built for that, like to pursue. And if it flips, I'm just like, no, I'm good.
You're automatic. Do you guys agree with that?
That's cool, because that always happens with singers. Comedians, they're like, don't nothing happen. Whack, dude. Singing and carrying on.
Okay, but listen, there's this fine line, though, because women are told to not put yourself out there too far, but that a guy has to know you're available. How does single women are really struggling with this. How does a guy know she's available without being distasteful and too pushy and too overt?
I think it just takes a look, right? If you cast out one look, okay, from somebody, they're interested. And I think that even goes for married people and single people. So, as a married man, when I'm on the road, I even sometimes have to look for that look. If I see that look, it's like, dun, dun, dun,
stay away from that one.
Stay away from that. Yeah, absolutely. And so, it doesn't have to be overtly, this really loud thing. It can really be subtle, I think.
And I think it's really unattractive when a woman is doing too much to be attractive. It's almost like if she's doing too much or she's showing too much. First of all, I'm a very creative person. I like to imagine some stuff, and you're showing me everything.
Yeah.
So that is so ridiculous. It's almost like a lion. Men are like lions, and then if there's a goat tied up, the lion is like, is there a goat running around somewhere?
Yeah, I'd rather have
I was built to chase. I was built to pursue. That's what you're saying. Like,
or whatever.
Ladies, this is how a man thinks. You hear these men? This is how a man thinks.
I think that people, I'll say women, are starting to feel like you guys say that you're built to pursue, but they're questioning whether or not you actually are interested in pursuing. I think a lot of women think that guys aren't interested in pursuing anymore, that they want someone to come knock on their door, because all the women are like, okay, the Bible says he who finds a good wife, but it doesn't seem like anybody's interested or looking. Where are all the men?
Yeah, I'm married. Hey. Point that out.
Listen, I think this is actually an epidemic that's going on in evangelical America. I think you're right, and I think the women are right. There's a bunch of lazy 30-year-old childish men out there that need to step up and need to pursue, as opposed to think that everything's going to come to them. There's a generation, I think, that's grown up that is expecting to receive, entitled, just completely entitled to everything. And I think you're starting to see relationships begin to fail because both men and women that grew up in this entitled generation are just kind of expecting it to happen, because everything else was given to them. And so they don't realize they got to actually put some work into it.
Is it like a circle, though? Because if a man doesn't have to hunt, if it's already there, then he becomes lazy. And then women say, yo, they're not pursuing me, so I need to do more. And now he don't got to do more because they're pursuing him. I'm just saying it could be a little circle cracking right now. Where,
on the other side of that coin, too, like when I hang out with college students, young adults, or single guys, they tell me the exact same thing. They're like, where are all the good girls?
Isn't
like,
that crazy? So the women are wondering where the guys are, the guys are where the women are.
Yeah, and it's, some of the things they might say are, well, they're trying too hard, or maybe they just aren't catching their eye for some reason.
I think a huge key is this. I think a huge key is this. When a woman knows who she is in God, it's almost like we kind of know that. It's almost like, yo, that's almost meaning I'm really getting it done. If she can recognize me and she has a strong relationship with God, there's something extra. Like when I found my wife, she was not looking. I was like, yo, like really? And then she was confident in who she is, and I was so ridiculously attracted to that, like amazingly so. Like I've never been attracted to another woman, and it was because
I agree. When you stop looking so hard. When you stop looking. So my friend that called in earlier, maybe you're looking too hard. You just need to, rest back, lay back a bit. You know what I'm saying? Pray about it, man. Pray about it. Yeah? Maybe you're looking too hard.
she knew who she was in her own shoes, regardless if I was around her. Mm-hmm. So I had to pursue her, and then, it worked out. She's beautiful.
She's asking that question.
But there's a reason. There's a reason you haven't committed. I'm wondering what would it have to be that a woman would have to bring to the table for you to be like,
I love a confidence in who she is, and not necessarily it being I need him to complete this thing. You know what I mean? I love the whole dynamic of wanting and not needing. That vibe takes the pressure off of me to come in and complete somebody's. That's just a weird thing. In the top 3 things,
or just 1 or 2, whatever. Comes to your mind.
her knowing who she is in Christ. I need that, because I'm an emotional dude. Like, I'm an artist, and I'm just okay with the fact now that I'm just emotional, weird. But I need a consistent, like, this is who I am in the Lord, and I want to lead in that area, but I need you to be able to stand on your own 2 feet spiritually, and if I'm having an off day, be like, yo, this is not, you know what I mean? That's huge to me. And then this is the old-fashioned side of me. I love, for me, a woman who can have a career and do that thing, but her heartbeat is home. That's for me. I've hung out with a girl in Los Angeles who is the casting director for NBC, for The Voice and all these shows, and she loves that, and she's a boss. But her heartbeat is to be at home, and I love that dichotomy of I can go run an office full of people, and then I can come home and I'll drop that if it means my family. That's perfect. The way I've watched you do with your career in The Voice. It's this is all fun and everything, but okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I have to choose, I'm obviously going to be at the house.
Nice.
Single women need to hear that, I think.
I heard barefoot and pregnant. That's what I did.
I mean, buried underneath that you know what I meant.
Now, I've heard several of you say things related to the spiritual grounding of a woman, that's important. Okay. Let's cut to the chase. Come on. I need to know, does it matter more to you that a woman is physically attractive, or that she just loves the Lord with all her heart and all her strength?
Come on, somebody.
Come on. What am I going to see first?
What are you going to see first? You're going to see her physically, right?
That's right.
So would you say that is the most important thing?
No, that's the most important. That's the
us.
initial thing that I see. But then when I step in water, is it shallow? Is it deep? So it is. But that's going to attract me to you first. That's what's going to make me approach you.
So taking care of yourself physically is important.
That's huge.
Yes,
That's just
Absolutely. Because I don't know, if you're spiritual, I ain't going to know it because you're not looking good. I'm just saying. I have no idea. You can be spiritual from a distance.
Yeah, physical attraction got to be the first thing, innit? Both sides, physical attraction. And then because your physical attraction is what you see is going to draw you to that person. So, and then
we just won't know.
Okay. So, Michael, what first attracted you to your wife?
This is a true story. I was actually leading worship in a church, and she walked in the back door
again.
while I was leading, and I thought, man, I would like to meet her. And I was
focus on Jesus. Shout to the Lord.
It's true. It's
So wait, did she just...
all right, you realize what each of these men is saying? Each of these men is basically saying that they want a woman, you understand, she definitely have to be a God-fearing woman. You see? Yes. So when you're looking for a man or a woman, make sure that they're a God-fearing person. You get what I'm saying? Yes, man, because when you can't fight, because you're gonna come under some things spiritually, and you're gonna want that woman know how to pray, no man. Woman know how to pray. So, man, woman, when you're looking for someone, make sure it's a God-fearing person. You understand? That is very, very key. Because remember that the couple that pray together, stay together. If you are with someone and they're not God-fearing or they don't believe in God or them something there, boy, it's going to be a rocky road. I'm telling you, it's going to be a rocky road. You get what I'm saying? So you hear these four men talking here, and they are married, and they're saying, you hear what they're saying, they're all God-fearing, serving God, innit? Very, very important. Ladies, very important.
Kind of caught your eye.
She did. She really caught my eye. And it wasn't until you know, a few hours later, her aunt actually introduced her to me, and I got to talk with her a little bit, hear a little bit about who she was, that I was kind of like, you're interesting to me, you know? And then she wouldn't give me her phone number, which made me even more interested.
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? That whole chase thing, it's almost like playing games a little bit. Can you tell me when playing games is too much and how much of a game is okay so that you can feel a little bit of that tension of her not being super eager to give you the number and to go out on the first date and to what's that tension there that's important?
I think the money in that. I think what it is, if she's really listening to God, God is going to clearly instruct her so that she can be as elusive as she needs to be to continue to attract it. Like for real. I really believe that.
When it flips from listening to God in my mind to I'm going to manipulate the scenario and get him chasing me, I can feel that change. Absolutely. I can feel that whole like, I'm going to wait, you know, I can feel that whole like, watch, I'm going to play with it. When that play thing starts, I'm like.
And I think, games are fun. You know, let's just be honest. Like, as human beings, you know, as you're dating and then you're married, you know, as well. And so, you know, you want to be able to chase a little bit there, you know, and, you know, one of the tricks that, this is quite embarrassing, but, I'm going there. Listen, I was 16 years old and my dad is a Southern Baptist preacher and my mom is the preacher's wife. And I just kind of saw them as this. And I remember going downstairs once and I came home from school early. I was sick and I picked up the remote. And on the back side of the remote, there was a note from my mom to my dad that says, "Why don't you come please turn me on instead?" That's what it said.
I love your remote.
Yes, on the remote. Okay. Yeah, you are.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah. But they've been married for 30 years.
Yeah, that's great.
30 years.
30 years.
And I think to myself, they're still playing games. You know, they're still playing games. Can you imagine? I was like, oh my God, you know what the deal? No.
But you know what? That brings up such an important point because you talked about how a single woman needs to keep that mystery there. Keep that mystery there. But a married woman, my mother used to always say that there was an importance about keeping that little intrigue and mystery there, even when you're married. And I could never get, still to this day, I'm not sure exactly what that means because when you're married, you're so fully open and vulnerable with each other. So how does a wife keep that mystery and intrigue and cause you to continue to desire to be in passionate relationship with her? How does a wife do that? Besides leaving notes.
I'll let you know right now. I think,
what does she do that makes you just kind of go, ooh, that's my girl?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's happening. Like, I can't even put my finger on it, but it happens all the time. I'll be like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
That's like good stuff.
Come on, we need you to tell us. Somebody tell us.
I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Okay, and then Michael, I know you get something to say.
When my wife is doing what the Lord has created her to do. Okay? No, listen, it's so true. Like, when I see my wife is a phenomenal cook and an event planner and a chef. When she gets in that zone and I watch her do her thing and she gets right there, it is the most attractive thing I've ever. I'm just like, hurry up and get out the kitchen, you know, because I want you. You know, and so I just love it when she's in the middle of what she's been created to do. There's something beautiful about that. Wow. I met my wife in a ski resort. She's a snowboard instructor, and before I saw her, she had her big goggles on, right? She had her big hat on, and I just saw her snowboarding down the mountain. And I remember knowing this was a girl and thinking, this is a very attractive female. But I hadn't even seen what she looked like yet. But that's because she was doing what she was created to do. And I feel like in those moments when, as females, with your man, whether you're married or whether you're not married, when you're doing what you're created to do, what the Lord has created you to do, there's nothing more attractive than that.
That's good. Michael?
I wasn't going to say anything as spiritual as that, but
okay, that's fine. We need the practical to go.
Well, I think sometimes when you get married, you stop dating. And I think that's one of the things that, you know, for Keely and I, that's been good for us is to continue doing things that we did when we were dating, you know, like hanging out and her, just conversation with her, just being interesting and her asking me questions and me asking her questions. I think that's part of the whole dating thing that sometimes when you get married, those sort of things stop happening because you get busy or you have kids and life just takes over.
Okay, well, think about the woman that's sitting on the other side of the screen and she's thinking, yeah, I would love to go out on a date with my husband. I'd love to be in conversation with him. But my husband's not responding to that. He's kind of we're just going through the business of life and we're not, you know, how does she get her husband to want to be with her? Because sometimes we can desire that, and actually saying it is not the best way to get him to respond to it and want to go out on a date. So what can a woman do to gently prod her husband into wanting to be with her?
She should get the remote control. Put a little
note on the back of
it.
Get in his space.
Anybody got any hints, helpful hints for somebody?
Now, I just say this, as far as marriage, I would think, let's say, for example, if I'm sitting on the sofa watching football or something. Not that you have to watch the whole game. You just sit down with them, just spend a little time with them, just...
Exactly. Try to get involved in stuff that your partner like, yeah? Right. That is...
Get involved in what he's doing, and not just saying take up the whole time, but he just sees that you're there, and he's going to just start to, eventually he's going to be like, okay, let me go check on her.
For example, ladies, if your man is a musician, he like music, you try to support him, you try to be a part of it, whatever. As this gentleman said, if you love football, sometimes you sit with him, and even if you don't like it, you might just get to like it. Because I didn't like football until I actually start going to watch football, and then I love football. Try to get involved. Try to get into your man's world. That's the way out to try to get to know your partner as well. Try to do stuff that your partner like. Get involved. Man find that very attractive. Hi, buddy. Man find that very attractive. You get what I say? Yes. So you need to try to get into a man thought. You get what I'm saying, ladies? Yes, man. Man love when their woman support them. You understand? Yes.
So just little things like that, I think.
Anything else?
That's actually something that just with Keely and I that just happened is we were sitting down watching football. My wife doesn't like football, doesn't know anything about it, doesn't care to watch it. We sat down on the couch and somebody made a first down, and the announcer hadn't said that yet. She goes, did they just make a first down? It's like, man, they're on the 36-yard line. And I was like, who are you? Yeah. How did you know this? And little did I know that she had been paying attention and wanted to create that conversation, and so she did. And literally, she's like stealth mode. I didn't know it, but 2 hours later, I'm shopping with her in downtown Franklin. And it's like, I don't know how she did it, but she hooked me in. Yeah. I didn't have a choice. Yeah. But it did. It created a moment, all because she said, did they just make a first down? Yeah.
Okay, someone once told me this, and this is reminding me of it, Michael, but someone once said to me that your husband, your man, boyfriend, whatever, you should be taking a course on him. Figure out what intrigues him. Figure out how he likes his coffee. Just try to figure out what's important to him, and then get in kind of.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Just what I'm talking about. Even let me give you an example. For example, sexual, and the man might say, oh, your husband might say, oh, don't do that, because when you do that, so and so, I don't want you to do it, because when you do that, it's all up in my head, I don't want you to do it. Ladies, he's sending a message. He's telling you that, do it. You understand? You must know for getting a man mind space, man, to you get what I say to you. Because, men always try to hide them feelings, but you always know when them trying to hide them feelings, what them like and what them don't like. So even if them like something, sometimes them afraid to make you know so them actually like it. But if you know and study your mind, you would realize that it's something you actually like. So you want to do that more. You get what I'm saying? Yes, man, that helps to grow the love a little more. You get what I'm saying to you? Try to do stuff that your man like. You get what I'm saying? Yes.
Lure him into a friendship with you. That's not a good word, but you know how I mean it. Lure him into a relationship with you in the sense that you know something that's important to him, and you connect on that level. Would you agree?
Important.
Yeah, because we want a friend. We certainly want a friend for sure. Somebody we can laugh with and talk about regular stuff with, not just, sports and sex is awesome. But we also just want to be able to talk about football. Just talk about the stuff we talk about. I love fishing. We supposed to go fishing too. You don't want to go fishing. It's so weird. Anyway, I love to fish, and the fact my wife will...
Right. Men don't generally like to talk, but if you get your man to talk and can open up to you, that is very good. That is a thumbs up. You understand? Right. Man don't really like to talk, but if you can get your man to open and talk to you and have you as a friend, that's a key point. I'm telling you. Yes.
go fishing with me, and she can't stand it because we'll be there all day and won't catch nothing because the lakes of California are whacked. The fish come in at 4 o'clock. They take them off a truck and dump in the water. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. So my wife, she'll do that with me. She'll sit back and we'll go fishing, and that stuff is just awesome. And I know she's not loving it, but she's doing the sacrifices for me. So.
Okay, well,
I tell you all the time how I study you.
Yes, you do. I'm
And
grateful.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's the same thing. It's like, I know what you like, I know what you don't like, and just certain things like that. So that is, I think it goes both ways. And I think one of the things is in a relationship or in a marriage is always, my entire goal every day is to outserve you. So I think if that's both of the male and the female, if that's what they're trying to do, I think that continues to keep that relationship, you know.
Yeah.
So kind of what I hear you saying.
He treats my sister so good.
He does. He does.
Especially on television.
No, but listen, what I hear you saying, because this is a great principle for women, what they need to know about their men is not only that their men want to serve and want to do well for their family, but also there's a tender spot in your man that wants to know he's got someone that's paying attention to what concerns him and that is interested in serving him as well. Okay.
Yeah.
This has been the quickest half hour of this program I have ever had. This has gone so quick. Listen, this is just the first half. We've got a second half that we're going to bring to you as well. And we still have to talk about these fragile egos and what we do to deflate them, what we do to hurt them, how we can encourage them, how we can get around them. We got to talk to them about nagging. They think we nag about everything. We're just trying to ask them a question. And we also have to talk about,
Yes, all right, that's it. Yes, I like the bit when, she asks the men, them, yeah? When you want to hold a convo or you want to talk about something with your man and I want to talk to you, that's a no that they normally shut down. Try to build a conversation or something, and build a conversation, and when you feel relaxed, reach at a point you can talk to him, then you can talk to him about what you want to talk to him. But normally when you say, oh babes, I want to talk about them, how you say, what no? And them just shut down. You understand? You just got to study your partner. And it come back to understanding. Understanding is very important. When you understand the person, dislike, don't like, understand the person. Alright, but they say, what's your man like that you don't like?
Hello, good morning.
Blessing.
How are you today?
I am blessed.
Okay. Well, I just came in because I was so busy outside with a little chores.
Okay.
But based on the topic, I didn't hear the full story, but based on the topic,
yes,
I would have just a small input. I don't know if it is wrong.
Go ahead.
You see, first begins whenever male and old saw ladies walking on the road, they start watching them. They start watching them from head to toe. And they try to impress the ladies. Whether they're driving a car or they have money, they try to impress the ladies. First begins, if you're going to talk to somebody, first begins, you can just keep smiling with him, talk to him, encourage him, but when you see he's pushing the money on you like that, don't run into him. Because you know what? When you run into him just like that, as soon as he gets your body, he's gone. So you know what? You have to talk and encourage each other. So when you become close, it's like you become like a sister and a brother to them. Right? You don't just pushing yourself like that, because even the young ladies, most of them from the city sky driving this flashy car, they are going to come out and start fix up themselves and say, oh, that's the guy I want.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to hold your dignity.
Right.
Yeah. And then you pray and ask God, before you even give that guy your body, you pray and ask God first, is it that right guy for me? You don't just go out and just flash with him because of the riches that he have.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Just after just talking to the person, you go out, you have a drink, but when you have a drink, you must know the distance. Right? You must know the distance. First begins if you have.
And it can work. Hold on, man. And it can work two ways too, cause you're alright, what if it's a case where, is a type of girl that, how would I put it? She don't talk to certain kind of man. She want a rich man, right? And then he know that that kind of girl, he can't go to her, but him like her and I want to be with her, but him know say him can't go to she just like that. So him have to go to her with vanity.
Yes.
But that is what she wants.
You see when if he's interested in you and you interested in him, you have to show him that you have a potential, not a flashy thing.
Right, that's
just
true.
For his riches.
Right.
First, when all right, take for instance, you become friends. You know what? First begins, they got to look on your potential first. Because if you are going to be as a girl, just love to dress up and go do flashy things and go flashy places, I don't think I would run in that relationship.
Right.
I need us to grow. First begins when we are dating. For instance, we become close and we are dating. I am not going to just say, I want this, I want that. We have to sit, talk, and think how we're going to make life.
Right.
You understand? And then you start going from there. And what I was saying before, if he has a wife or a girlfriend, we are not going to be intimate. We're just going to be as good friends.
Right.
You understand? As good friends. Because you know what? I don't want anybody to mash up my relationship. And I'm not going to mash up anybody's relationship. You understand?
Right.
So at the same time, we have to trust each other. Trust each other, right? And think about, you have to make him comfortable. And you have to think about hygiene. I love when guys smell very nice.
Right.
You have to think about the hygiene because you know what? You're not going to just think about the money. You're going to think about his hygiene and his whole build up. You understand? You're not going to just push yourself to a relationship where you don't think. You just don't just want every day. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah, and then you have to care about the person. And treat him right.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So if I did hear the topic from earlier on, I could have think about it, so I could know how to place myself. But first begins, trust is the whole of it.
Okay.
And not about the material things. You
Right,
understand? Because you have some guys, when they meet the girl, and after they meet the girl, they go out for 2 times, or for the first time, you go tell me you need a kiss? No. And you're going to have sex? No.
Okay, so you wouldn't kiss on the first or second date?
No. I would never.
Wow.
We have to grow. Maybe by the 3rd or the 4th times we meet, then we could maybe give a little chups, but nothing too deep. I don't know. Well, everybody is different.
A little chups.
Everybody is different.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Wow.
You understand? And then we are not going to go anywhere.
All right, somebody line is asking why.
No. You can't kiss at the first time. Because when you kiss at the first time, it's going to lead to something else.
But Carla, I've heard persons say they have kissed on first date or even get sexual on the first date, and you know that person turned out to be
No.
husband and wife and
Everyone is different, but I don't believe in that. Because you know what? First begins when you give him all of those comfort, then he will say, okay, bye, I got what I want, thank you.
You know, you have a point. You have a point, but it's not always that case because you may be talking to that person for a period of time, right? And then you and that person go out, and then the connection is just right, and things happen. So you never know. It may work out, and it may not work out. Alright, now let me ask you a question, Carla. What if that case if you are or you meet this person on the internet, yeah, and you're talking to that person for months? And then that person like fly to see you or you fly to see that person. Would it be that would you get involved with that person the first time you see that person, or you still want to get to know that person, the individual still?
Yes, I want to get to know him a little bit more because you know what? You have to think about the whole situation. if you need a firm relationship or like a one-time relationship.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
And then at the same time, you know,
someone is agreeing with you, said no, not at the first.
Sometimes this person or maybe the female or the male went through a series. The series is somebody break their heart. So you have to think first. Because you know what? You don't want to say, oh, I'm going into this relationship. Oh my gosh, by just a few months going down the line, you realize he always call you every day. And then after he got what he want, then, you know, oh my gosh, what happened to this person? I haven't heard from him for a couple of days now. What's the problem? Because I gave him all what he wants from early.
Yes. That's what I was talking about earlier. When you give them everything from first, you know, most time, you know, they don't respect you. Most of the time, they don't respect you. Yes.
And it's not all about pushing the bag, you know, but you have to just check out the person. You have to check out the person because you know what? The excitement. Oh, you're driving down the road with this guy. Oh, somebody come and say, oh, did you know that was my man? I don't like that. So whenever we are settled, know each other, find out what I like or what I love, find out what is the caring all about, then we can move to that stage.
Okay. I appreciate your views, Carla. I appreciate your views. Yeah.
Yes, you just have to think. You have to think and then you're gonna think about. You have these girls nowadays. All they think about is just the flashy car, the tall hairstyle, the eyelash, and things like that. No. You have to say, to that guy, oh, let us sit down. We're gonna think about. We're gonna open a business, and we're gonna set ourselves for the future.
Sure. You sound like a good.
Thank you very much.
Hold on, Carla. You sound like a good housewife. Are you married?
Yes, I do.
Okay. May I be nosy? How long have you been married?
Oh, it's 25 years now.
Oh, 25 years. Okay, lovely. I could tell you sound like a good house. You sound like a good wife.
Yes, and you know what? You're gonna think, alright. You're gonna take up this guy. Oh my gosh, this girl have this tall fingernail. First begin, she cannot peel bananas. She cannot cook. She cannot do nothing. So you have to check
No,
out all
Carla,
that
some female may disagree with you. Them know how to use them nail, man. Cause I've been there when I used to live in nails. I could peel banana and do everything, wash everything. So some
Yes,
female
but
may
it's
be
not.
disagree with you.
But it's not everybody. Remember, you have to think about. You have to have proper food to eat, right? You have to think about that because some of these young girls nowadays, oh my gosh, oh, I need a burger, I need a KFC. You don't think of going to peel a banana, make banana porridge. You're going to cook rice and peas. You're going to cook stew peas. You're going to cook your pork. You're going to cook your oxtail. Oh my God. Oh, John, can you bring? Oh, I'm feeling really tired. Can you bring over KFC? Can you go to Island Grill? Can you go to Burger King? No. Can you bring pizza? No. Baby, darling, can you just be gentle? Can you make some nice fruit drink? And can you go cook some food, my darling? Oh my God, curry chicken. Oh my God, you know it's all about it, my darling.
Okay, so you're saying a man would value a woman more if she can cook and take care of the home, rather than a woman that's always want to eat out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
All right,
I'll call you
Carla.
another day.
Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate your call. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, you heard it. Okay, our topic for today was, how a man think towards a woman, and what is a man approach, and how a man take his approach to a woman. Yeah, that let me read it properly. How a man thinks about a woman and their approach towards a woman. So that was the topic today. Yes, very, very, very interesting topic. So ladies, you have heard it. All right, you have heard how men think. You understand? So you have something to think about. Next time we think about how woman think and woman approach to a man. All right. So that's it for today. We are come to the end of the show. All right, I wear nails and I peel banana. Sure. Yeah, nails don't stop you from peeling banana and eating them. Yeah, but not every female know how to work nails, because some female, they can't do nothing in them nails. You get what I'm saying? Some female don't know how to work them nails. You get what I'm saying? Yes, because when I used to work my nails, I braid my nails, I do everything in my nails. So you know what I'm saying? Yes, and you can also proper sanitize your hand, wash your hand, and it will be clean. But I get what this caller is saying, You really have some female like that for true. They don't know how to cook, or they choose not to cook. Or, you understand what I said to you? Them always want to eat out. Yeah, so I don't think a man would want to settle down with a woman like that. You get what I'm saying? So you have to check the levels, innit? Yes, man, you have to check the levels. So it has been a blessed day. Thanks everybody for tuning in and helping to make this show. Someone say kiss at first time is the best. Oh, someone say kiss at first time is the best. All right. Someone say it doesn't matter when you kiss first time or second time. What happened? What have to be. All right. I do everything with my nails. Wear them modest. Sure. Or you wear them modest. Okay, so you don't have them too long. Yes. I used to love nails, but my choice was stop wearing them because they damage my nail. But I used to love nails. Nothing wrong with that, It's good to pretty up sometime, but as long as you're versatile and you can do whatever in the nails, then it's okay. Yes, my dear. So people, as we talk about today, this topic, I also want, want us, to start wake up out of our, I will always say this, wake up out of our sleeping, spiritually sleeping. I want us to wake up, people, wake up to reality, what is going on now in the world. I want us to take things serious. I want us to unite. I want us to love. I want us to help people. I want us to be kind. I want us to be gentle. I want us to have compassion. I want us to love God and live and do good. Because if you choose to do bad, bad are going to follow your people. And if you choose to do bad, bad are going to follow you. If you choose to do good, good will follow you. And based on this topic as well, men that is doing wrong things to woman, stop, because when it come round, it's not a pretty sight. Likewise, woman that doing bad to man relationship wise, stop it, because when it come round, it's not a pretty sight. And trust me, it's sometimes karma one thing, people. It come round when you least expect it. When you think of peace, when you think it's peace and safety, judgment. So just walk on the right road, love God and live. Alright? So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Bless up to everyone. Bless up to Bodhi, Sister Shereen, Vibes, Ross, Shorty Slick, and Dan Chef. That's who I see tuning in right now. Alright? Alright, and everybody else that is tuning in that I can't see. Ibrahim, bless up. Alright? Alright. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Took off show. You understand me? Tomorrow, took off show. Right? See you tomorrow. Ta-da!